4th down and 6. Olbridge gotta have it. Shotgun formation. Nugent, a lot of time. Rolls out. He's running out of space. Will roll the other way. They look, corner of the end zone. Touchdown!
Rowan heading for the touchpad with the lead. And the Props will take the men's 400-yard freestyle relay.
Andrews will be in shotgun. He takes the snap, fakes the handoff. He'll throw it down the left sideline. He's got a wide open receiver. He's got the touchdown.
Motion man is Simmons. Trotman throwing towards Simmons down the field, and he makes the catch in traffic for a Bearcats touchdown.
Back to pass, middle of the field. The catch is made by Britt. She's off to the races at the 40, the 30, the 20, the 10. Britt is in for the score.
Back on in, here's Yoxon. Yoxon to the backhand, trying to go to the front, makes the move and shot, and he scores!
And Gracie comes set and delivers. And that's it on the ground to second. Throw to first, in time, and the ball game is over. South Shore survives a late scare, and they are the 2024 New York State Little League Baseball champions. Live from the Warenenko Sports Complex in Roselle, New Jersey, the PDF Sports Network is proud to welcome you into coverage of the 2025 American Arena League 2 Championship. Tonight, the Jersey Bearcats go for their second AAL2 title as they take on the Mississippi Wolfpack. Good evening, everyone. My name is Joe Foreman, alongside my broadcast partner, Nicholas Pavona. And Nick, a busy week for us here on PDF culminates at Warenenko for the AAL2 Championship. For these two teams, the road to a championship runs through this building as well, and there is plenty to look forward to here tonight.
Well, Joe, we've gone from the baseball complex to the softball complex, and now here to the football field here inside of Warenenko, and what a championship type of feeling it is here tonight at Warenenko. A jam-packed house representing these two teams here tonight, the Wolfpack and the Bearcats. As you mentioned, the Bearcats going for title number 2, their first title potentially since 2023. But this Wolfpack team had a very crazy way to get to that. We'll talk about that a little bit later on in the show, but it's a battle of two teams trying to get this 2025 championship, and it all culminates here tonight.
Wristbands required for entry tonight, and we thank everyone who chose to join us here on pay-per-view. As always, this is the Brownstone Grill in Metuchen pregame show, airing live on pay-per-view via Boxcast for just the second time. And Nick, we've been here just about every step of the way since the inception of this Bearcats organization, and it has been a 3-year history filled with plenty of success. A title in year 1, a trip to the second round of the postseason once again last year, and finally they find themselves back here in the championship game in year 3. Let's take a look at how they got there.
Yeah, Joe, and it's been a pretty much dominating fashion for the Bearcats to get to this point in the season. You look at their last 3 games, all in the playoffs, a 30-13 win over the War Eagles, the team that they lost to during the regular season. Their last 2 games, they beat the Stampede, but that last game, Joe, against Michigan was realistically the one that is really the eye marker right there. 47-0. They won in that game. It was a mixture of both things. This Bearcats offense was firing on all cylinders, but their defense was sensational that evening. A pitch shutout in the playoffs, not easy to do. This Bearcats team made it look very easy, and now they come into this game here tonight looking to maybe potentially duplicate that in order to win a championship.
And boy, they would love to duplicate that effort, wouldn't they? If they can do that, they have to feel pretty good about their odds tonight. But as we saw in the Bearcats schedule, they had just 1 loss and plenty of decisive wins on their road to tonight's championship game. However, their path to tonight's matchup required an additional win as opposed to what the Wolfpack needed to get here. It's hard to believe that this postseason run for the Bearcats began 5 weeks ago, but I think this team has certainly grown quite a bit along the way. We've seen some new wrinkles from the offense and some in-game adjustments. We've also seen this defense get stronger as the weeks have gone by.
Well, look at what they've done over the weeks, Joe. They've really adjusted more to running with their quarterback, which has been really big for them because you're trying to spread out that field more at times than one. You're trying to force them maybe to think that they're going to throw the pass. They go with the QB run instead. Then you look at what their defense has done, especially when they're backed up into their own territory. Their goal line defense has been sensational this entire postseason. And then you look at all the playmakers getting involved as well, whether that be on the offensive side, the defensive side, and even special teams as well. They've been doing great things all around, and their turnovers have been leading to points forced, both interceptions and safeties as well. It really goes to show you this Bearcats team has done it all through and through this entire season. But if you ask any of the Bearcats players, it doesn't mean anything unless you win a championship.
I think you're absolutely right about that, Nick. This team will not settle for anything short of a second banner here in Waranenko. But on the other side of this matchup is a Wolfpack team that won a thriller last week in the South Division Championship. But before we take a look at that game, here's what this Mississippi team has done in 10 games this season.
Yeah, and you see what on your screen what they've done this year. It's been really impressive, especially considering the fact that they have now lost since April 26th. They have rattled off 7 straight wins. You look at what they did most recently against the Indians, getting that close from behind, come from behind win over the Indians to get to this championship game here tonight. The Bearcats actually lost more recently than this team has done, and they have beaten the 2 teams that have accounted for their regular season losses as well in that postseason. They are really playing their best football right now at the perfect time, 1 win away from a championship.
No better time to be playing your best football than heading into a championship game. But, Nick, we've seen plenty of the Bearcats here on PDF all season. But let's take a look at that thrilling South Division Championship game and see what we can learn about this Wolfpack squad and what it took for them to make it here.
Well, let's start off with this first highlight where the Indians will take an early lead in this game on the rushing touchdown to put them up 8-0 and set the tone early in that one.
The Wolfpack would answer back, however. They get the ball down around the goal line, and they demonstrate some power football as they hand it off for a touchdown. That flag would not negate the score. That made it 8-6.
Then we'll see a big completion right here for the Indians that will set up a touchdown pass. The 2-point conversion was unsuccessful for the Wolfpack. It would then lead to a touchdown to put them up 14-6 in that game.
Leading 14-6, they weren't done. Screen pass to the wideout. Good blocking ahead of the play. Another touchdown for the Indians. They were up by 14.
Yeah, but then it turned down to 8 points. The Wolfpack get a big passing touchdown right here on your screen to make it 20-12, keep them in this game, and then they will see what happens right here.
A bit of a broken play here, but they turn it into 6, and that's what the great teams do, Nick. They can make something out of those broken plays.
And then you'll see on your screen once again another big rushing touchdown for this Wolfpack team to put them up 28-20 after they were trailing 20-6.
That's 22 straight points for the Wolfpack, but the Indians did respond with an answer. Rushing touchdown, hurdle to punctuate the score. It's 28-26, no doubt.
And then we'll see right here. How about this touchdown? You want some style points? One-hand grab into the end zone. You can't say any more than that.
The Indians go in front, 32-28. The Wolfpack now trailing for the first time since the early going. But you see right here a huge gain on the quarterback draw. It goes to the house for a touchdown.
You blink once, you might miss that touchdown from scoring right there for the Wolfpack. And then they will seal off right here with this huge end zone INT. A big, big play for this defense.
A very unorthodox play as well. The receiver braced against the wall, tipped it straight to the defender. That is an INT. We head the other way, but the Wolfpack would find themselves back on defense late in the game.
And they had a good chance right here, a good QB scramble to start off the drive. You see right there, looked like initially he was down, kept getting a couple extra yards.
I believe they moved him back following that attempted scramble as that Hail Mary comes up empty. One final chance for the Indians.
And you see they're looking for the open field, trying to find a playmaker down there. The quarterback had no choice but to scramble, keep the game going, but unfortunately just kind of ran out of real estate at the very last second. This Wolfpack defense gets the stop and gets the win and sets us up for our championship here tonight.
What a game that was. And with that, we will head to our first break with a message from our sponsors. When we come back, it is the return of Cam Williams, who is going to join us down on field level for a conversation with some of the Bearcats players and, of course, head coach A.J. Roque. We also had a couple of special guests during the pregame.
Yes, we did.
You can check that out coming up after this commercial break. More from the Brownstone pregame show after this.
The The Jersey Bearcats are back for another exciting season of AAL2 arena football. Get on board with us and follow us all year long. For information on our donations, sponsorships, and game day and ticket information, please contact us at jerseybearcatsarenafootball@gmail.com.
Burgers are better at the Brownstone in Metuchen.
My weekend starts with the Brownstone burger, topped with cheddar, barbecue sauce, and a fried egg.
Give me the Hawaiian burger. I love the Canadian bacon and sweet pineapple.
How do you like your salads? Shrimp, chicken, beef?
Stop in and see why families are eating good at the Brownstone in Metuchen.
We'll meet you at the Brownstone.
We'll meet you at the Brownstone.
Today's game is presented by Total Performance Bodywork with Dave Riemann. Dave is a body worker, licensed massage therapist, and strength and movement coach. He's combined his wide variety of expertise into a system that he calls Total Performance Bodywork. Trusted by professional athletes and bodybuilders, Dave has been helping people to recover from new and old injuries, improve their breathing efficiency, athletic performance, mobility, flexibility, and their overall strength. Visit Total Performance Bodywork at totalperformancebodywork.com or contact Dave by calling 610-570-7480 or email Dave Riemann at rcn.com.
The Jersey Bearcats are proud to welcome the sounds of DJ Sparks for the 2025 football season. As heard on Blazing 98.5 FM, DJ Sparks is perfect for nightclubs, concerts, corporate and sporting events. Bringing the party to you. The best sounds and the best time with DJ Sparks. Contact DJ Sparks on social media, email, or by phone, and let's get the party started. DJ Sparks, proud supporter of the Jersey Bearcats.
The American Arena League 2 would like to thank tonight's special entertainment, Flowboy Deuce, sponsored by Chosen Clothing. Check out the latest tracks and dance showcases via YouTube at Flowtime TV and follow them on Instagram at chosen.nyc and at its Flowboy Deuce. The hottest game in the arena alongside the hottest entertainment. Check out Flowtime TV, Flowboy Deuce, and Chosen Clothing.
KKT. InvestStars is now a proud sponsor of the Jersey Bearcats and the AAL2. No matter what needs you have, F. Tarkin Jones will develop the right solution for you. See for yourself the star treatment you will get with KKT, InvestStars LLC. Call today at 201-290-4802 and be a star just like the Bearcats.
Refined, restorative, results-driven. At CMX iMed Bar, we blend medicine, aesthetics, and wellness into one luxury experience, led by Dr. Angela Roque. Located in the heart of Pier Village, Long Branch. Visit cmximedbar.com or text 9089-232-694 to look better, feel better, live elevated.
Jersey Bearcats football is brought to you by Pino's Bakery. Located at 1027 Chestnut Street in Roselle, Pino's is your prime stop for specialty cakes, pastries, and deli delights. Always fresh and made to order, our family-owned shop prides itself on bringing our kitchen into your homes and your heart. Pino's is where family, tradition, and goodness are a daily thing. Visit us at 1027 Chestnut Street in Roselle or online at pinosbakery.net. Thank you to our friends at Pino's Bakery.
While we have a break in the action, the Jersey Bearcats would like to thank the Union Junior ROTC and the U.S. Army ROTC for their support of the Bearcats in AAL2 football.
If you plan to do chicken, then do chicken like a champ at Wing It On in Linden. Voted #1 medium wing sauce at the National Buffalo Wing Festival. Wing It On is family owned and operated in Linden, New Jersey, and we have an excellent array of your favorite wings and chicken done to perfection. We have the true flavor of champions at Wing It On. Stop in or order now at wingiton.com or call our store at 908-486-0910.
No, I'm right. The podcast that uncovers the origin stories of some of the biggest names in sports, media, and entertainment. Nick Durst here along with Joe Calabrese.
Here we are, 200 episodes later. about 150 episodes with guests, our friends, soon to be your friends.
Well, it's pretty clear, Joe, that it's all about You Know I'm Right, the podcast. That's my You Know I'm Right moment. Wanted to do a podcast, and everyone was like, what are you, crazy? Who's going to listen? You're not going to get guests. Well, guess what? I'm the best when it comes to getting guests. You could vouch for that.
I am so happy that you asked me to do this. I couldn't have been more thrilled. And follow us on socials. Check us out. I promise you, if you want to work in media, whether you work in media now, whether you want to quit your job and work in media, come to us, and I promise you, we will get you on the right foot.
That's what it's all about, uncovering the origin stories of some of the biggest names in sports, media, and entertainment. Keep it locked on You Know I'm Right.
We are back here on the PDF Sports Network as we get set to begin tonight's AAL2 championship game between the Jersey Bearcats and the Mississippi Wolfpack. Joe Foreman on the call alongside Nicholas Pavonin tonight. Player introductions have just concluded. There is going to be the playing of the national anthem. And after that, we're going to throw it down to Cam Williams, who got a chance to speak with some players and coaches ahead of tonight's game. So following the anthem, we'll throw it down to Cam. But for now, we'll step off headset for the playing of the national anthem, and we'll be right back.
I'm just going to be mine.
And we are back from the Warenenko Sports Arena, where we are going to throw it down to our colleague Cam Williams. He is joined by Bearcats running back Nas Adams.
What's up, guys? Here I'm with Nas Adams. Nas, running back of this team here. How do you feel going to this championship game?
It's exciting. You know what I'm saying? We haven't been here in a while. It's been 2 years since we've been to a championship. So it's kind of, it's surreal right now. Like, for us to be here as a team, we've built this from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of new guys and a lot of older guys. A cool little mix. You know what I'm saying? About half and half. So we're just trying to bring it in so everyone can feel the love of what a championship feels like.
100%. You guys last one in 2023. You guys did not end up winning last year.
So at first, we were saying that everybody has to pay. You know what I'm saying? So we felt like we belonged in the championship last year. We fell short. You know what I'm saying? And Wheeling was a great team. But now we were just hungry for this upcoming year, you know what I'm saying, to just finish through. So
for sure, this is your last game of the season here. You guys have home field advantage. How will that help you guys to get to the next level and to win this game?
We're not too worried about the home field advantage. You know what I'm saying? We're keeping it a neutral game. We have the championship. This isn't a Bearcats home game. You know what I'm saying? So we're just trying to come play some good football and win.
100%. Nas, thank you. Good luck for this game. Back up to you, Joe.
All right, thank you, Cam, and thank you to Naz Adams for taking the time to join us. Typically a guest during our postgame. We caught up with Coach K during the pregame. Cam, take it away with Coach K.
Hey guys, I'm here with Coach K for the pregame, not the postgame wrap, but we're here for the pregame. Coach K, what do you got for me going into the championship game? We're back at Warrenco for the championship game. You guys won in 2023. You guys are now back into the championship setting, and you guys are at home. What have been the feelings like all day?
I mean, it's always good to be back, but that's not our ultimate goal. Our goal is to win the whole thing. Like I always say, if we're not trying to size up rings, why are we even playing football? It's just that simple.
100%. What has the preparation been like, specifically on defense? How have you guys tried to maneuver that and on special teams as well?
Special teams wise, like we have our scheme. I believe in our scheme. I believe in our players. Defensive wise, like they have a tendency to come out and run the ball a lot, and historically that has not worked well for a lot of teams against the Jersey Bearcats. We got some dogs on the D line, so, and then we got Darren and Hottie, Musa, Piper running around, cracking skulls. Like if you think you're going to come in here and bully us, I hate to break it to you, it's not going to end well for you.
100%, Coach. Coach, one last thing. This is the pregame with Coach K. Do you got any wise wisdom words for us here?
I mean, if we go out and play 60 minutes of Bearcats football, I'll be sizing up some rings about 11 o'clock at night. That's the goal.
Good luck, Coach K.
Best of luck, bro.
Back to you guys.
All right, thank you, Cam, and thank you to Coach K for giving us some time during the pregame show. But as always, we get a chance to catch up with Bearcats head coach A.J. Roque during our pregame. Cam and Coach Roque down on field level.
Thanks, Joe. Coach AJ, you guys are back in the championship for the AAL2 Bowl here. How has the preparation been like this week and really the whole season to get back to this point?
Just making sure we, understand what the goal is at the end of the season, right? Preparing this team throughout the season to get here, right? Building a team throughout the season to get here. And, and we're here now. So, job's not done until we go 1-0 again, right, for the week. Right? That's still the goal, it didn't change.
100%. What would be the game plan going into this game? Are you guys looking to stretch the deep ball, the short game, or the run game? What's kind of the game plan against this good Wolfpack team?
Do what we do, take whatever they give us. If it's deep, if it's short, if it's the run game, whatever it is that they're allowing us to do.
100%. You guys are here for your home field advantage. You guys lucked out with that this year. Will that help to your advantage? Will that help to your benefit?
Absolutely, yeah. You get your crowd behind you, cheer you on. That always helps.
100%. Last question here, Coach AJ. You guys have kind of been dominating all season, really. There's been a couple low points where there's been some games where it has been a little sloppy. But how have you guys overcome that to get back to this point, to get back to the championship game? How have you guys built on your kind of struggles and turn them into successes?
I think being able to get punched in the mouth and understand that we just got punched in the mouth and got to change our mentality and how guys were going about it every day. I think that helped us get here. And, and having that tryout in the middle of the season, I think that was tremendous for us.
100%. Coach AJ, good luck. Back to you guys.
All right, Cam, great job as always, but we did catch up with one more special guest during our series of pregame interviews. As we were heading off the field, we got the chance to speak with Coach Strong of the Mississippi Wolfpack. Let's throw it back down to Cam for one final conversation with Coach Strong.
Hey guys, I'm here with Coach Strong. Coach Strong, there's been a lot of preparation and a lot of anticipation on this game. What are your thoughts going in this game here?
Just come out here and play football. Everybody got to do their job. Stay of course. Don't let the crowd get to them. And let's go out here and do what we do best. Do what's got us here.
100%. What are you guys looking forward to most in this game? Are you guys looking to win the game on defense, offense, special teams, or just kind of what plays out?
We want to win in all phases. Defense, offense, special teams. We plan on to play our best game here. So.
100%. Coach, thank you and good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Back to you guys.
All right, thank you, Cam, and thank you to Coach Strong for giving us his time. But we have kickoff from Warrenco just in time. We are back, and Mel Reed will not get a chance to return this one as that ball skipped into the sideboards. How about that for impeccable timing, Nick?
Well, apparently they don't want none, Joe.
They don't want none.
We're not going to have that kickoff right there. They don't want to give him a chance. We've seen what he's done with the special teams unit this entire season.
Well, we know that the Bearcats love to get the ball first, and they will. Jersey's offense takes the field for their opening drive, and they will spot this ball at about the Jersey 5-yard line. So it looks like Reed made contact with the ball while touching the sideboard. So that did not go straight out of bounds. And the Bearcats with some poor starting field position on the game's opening drive.
Not ideal of your Jersey, but we've seen their offense this season have some of these drives where they get down the field.
Jersey will start at their own 5. Mateo Rodriguez in at quarterback. He is flanked by Nas Adams, our guest during the pregame. Play clock winding down. And it looks like Rodriguez used that hard count to get Mississippi to jump.
Well, that's a good way to get out of your own end zone pretty much. Gets that 5-yard penalty, makes it now 1st and 5 coming up.
Call that a freebie before the game's first offensive snap, and you have to feel pretty good about that if you're Jersey. That looked to be orchestrated. Coach Roque immediately nodding his head in approval. Pre-snap motion here, now 3 receivers to the left of Rodriguez who looks to throw. He's flushed out to his left, he will take off and run. He works inside, he fumbled the ball! It's loose along the near side, and I think Adams got on top of it.
I think he did too, Joe.
That was Kyle Ward. It was Ward who got on top of the football.
And think about this. We talked about earlier the Bearcats utilizing that QB run, and it almost hurt them right there. Good run by Rodriguez, but once he got towards the sideline, the ball came loose, and thankfully for Jersey, Ward was able to recover it.
Nearly disaster for the Bearcats on their first offensive snap. Instead, they will snap it from midfield. First down, Jersey on their opening drive following the recovered fumble. Ward in motion pre-snap. Rodriguez fakes the handoff and keeps. He takes off to the 15, down to the 10, and he is brought down at the 8-yard line.
Well, Joe, look what he did on that play. He lowered the shoulder after getting into the open field, not afraid to make contact. How about this start for Jersey? They're going quick.
We talked about the wrinkles in the offensive game plan, the adjustments. Rodriguez running a big part of that. He sends Ward in motion, hands off. Nas Adams to the end zone. Touchdown, Bearcats. No flags.
Well, Joe, think about how the drive started. They almost got a fumble to start this game. They got the recovery. 2 plays later, Jersey touchdown. What a start for the Bearcats.
Touchdown, Bearcats. They waste no time. After what was nearly a turnover, they take it all the way for 6.
Second-hand look at that last touchdown. Bearcats just 3 plays into this game with an early 6-0 lead.
That is a 45-yard drive to get things started. Chris Culo on the extra point, up and good. Jersey leads 7-0.
Can't ask more for a better start right here if you're the Bearcats. Trying to set the tone early in this championship game, and they're already off to a hot start with 7 points.
Outside of the fumble, it was a good start for Jersey, Nick. They got Mississippi to jump on the hard count. That got them out of the shadow of their own goalpost, and it's a 45-yard opening drive.
And Joe, keep in mind, we talked about in the pregame that Bearcats utilizing that QB run, that's been working for them these last couple of weeks. How about the last 2 plays of that drive? They really utilized that QB run type of option play. That first play for Rodriguez, he faked them with the run to Adams. He goes up the middle for the big gain, lowering the shoulder to get the first down. The next play, another option play. This time he hands it off to Adams. He's in the end zone for 6.
And you're at a point, Nick, where if you're scouting this Jersey team down around the goal line, you don't know where that football is going. Right. Adams can keep it. He's a bruiser. We know what he can do lowering the shoulder. As reliable a goal line back as there is, but Mateo Rodriguez has shown a willingness to keep it as well, lower his shoulder, and make big plays down around the end zone in the ground game. So if you're a defense trying to slow down this Jersey offense in the red zone, you really have your hands full right now. That being said, as we saw during our pregame highlight package, this Mississippi team sure could put up points.
Yeah, and they're going to need to put up points more than ever right now. I think if you're Mississippi, you're already trailing by 7. They would love to get a touchdown on this drive right here and not have to give the Bearcats a chance to go up 2 possessions.
That kickoff skips up into the air. It's pulled in by Weatherby, and he's tackled just short of midfield.
Not much room to run right there after recovering it on the bounce. And we saw, 2 weeks ago, you mentioned it, as there were late flags thrown, Joe. There was a little bit of some heated words between these two teams, and we saw that after the touchdown was scored. The Bearcats were chirping over towards the Wolfpack, so we'll see what the call is on the field.
Bearcats feeling good, and perhaps a bit too good if this goes against them, and it doesn't look that way.
It might be on the Wolfpack,
I think it's offsetting, Nick. I think it's offsetting.
Let's see. Personal foul on the Wolfpack. Yep, offsetting.
Offsetting penalties. Despite the flags, good starting field position here for the Wolfpack. They'll take over at their own 24-yard line, and after surrendering the opening drive touchdown in the game's opening minutes, you'd like to answer right back if you're the Wolfpack, get on the board for the first time and avoid the pressure that comes with playing on the road here at Waranenko, trailing by multiple scores.
Well, I think if you ask the Bearcats, Joe, the one thing that they have not done right this entire postseason has been giving up penalties. I think that is the one thing that has plagued them in this postseason. It hasn't hurt them much, but that's something they would try to avoid here tonight.
First drive for Mississippi. Marcel Newsome under center, and he will hand off up the middle, and immediately 3 Bearcats meet LaMarcus Kelly. He is stopped for no gain.
There was just no room up the middle right there for Kelly. Had no chance, was swallowed up by that Bearcats defensive line as they try to go with that goal line package. It's now second down.
It is tough to push the pile up front against this Bearcats defense. Garner, Roan, and Ramirez on that D-line for Jersey right now. That trio has been fantastic this postseason. And once again, they fake the handoff, and keeping was Newsome. Wow. He powers his way toward the first down marker. How about that power run?
He almost stumbled out of the gate when he was doing the fake handoff. I cannot believe he stood out on his feet. And as you mentioned, he's just a yard shy of the first down.
I'll tell you, Nick, as a defender, how do you read that as a quarterback keeper? That is really tough. He held that ball for a while and pulled it right out of the gut of LaMarcus Kelly. Shantez Smith was the motion man. Kelly gets the carry, and that should be enough for a first down. He needed 1. He gets 3. First down at the 15-yard line.
Well, you saw it there, Joe. It was kind of a power-heavy offense they brought out in that formation. And Kelly comes in there, and easy run for him up the middle, using that size and weight to get that first down and extend this drive.
We'll talk about bruising backs. Kelly, a big back in his own right. Listed as a fullback and defensive end on the roster. Garner was the motion man. They fake the handoff to Kelly, looking for room here, and Newsome finds the corner. He flips it, man open! That's a first down. That is potentially a touchdown. We await the signal. He may be a yard short. We'll see if they mark him out. And I think they're going to spot him at the 5. I'm not sure that Smith made contact with those pads. The officials are going to confer and talk about it, but it looks like he is marked short.
Once again, Joe, we saw the run from the outside with the pressure getting towards in the middle of the center of the quarterback, and again, able to stay on his feet, and then he flipped it to his receiver, and as you mentioned, just shy of the end zone, and a great chance for Mississippi right here.
What composure there by Newsome. They will pitch it on first and goal, and down goes Kelly.
Well, usually when you see those toss plays, sometimes there's a potential for that defensive line, those linebackers, to get to that side of the field to make sure that running back doesn't get there, and that's a good indication right there. Big stop for Jersey on second down.
Second and goal. 6:40 to go in the opening quarter. And how about this creativity on offense from the Wolfpack? We saw that looking at the game film. Many of those big plays did not involve this kind of deception with the options and the potential to throw, but we saw that on film, Nick, and that's something that they've utilized quite a bit on this opening drive. Newsome looks to take off, has nowhere to go, circles back the other way, flips it, man open, caught! One tackle broken by Kelly, and the Bearcats rally to stop him 2 yards short of the goal line. It will be 3rd and goal coming up.
This looks like a Michael Vick highlight reel right now, Joe. You saw Newsome on that play. He was in trouble once again, had to run all the way back, then found a receiver at the last second, and once again completes an insane pass.
The Bearcats' discipline on defense is going to be tested tonight, Nick. You have to stay home in the secondary, keep with your assignment, and somehow you have to do that while not allowing Newsome to break, contain, and run.
There's a reason why Newsome is listed as an athlete on this roster for this Wolfpack team.
He is an athlete in every sense of the word. 3rd and goal. Newsome looks to keep on the quarterback draw. Flag is out. Newsome is in for the touchdown, and we will see if this play stands.
Flag was thrown just before the snap. So I'm not sure that was on the Bearcats defense, and that might have been a free play. There then was a couple extra flags thrown as the play was going on.
We will find out in just a moment what the call is. The Bearcats believe it is against Mississippi.
Mississippi, though, believes that it's on the Bearcats. Newsome's starting to walk away.
And we wait. Still no call officially. No change of personnel for Mississippi, which leads me to believe the penalty is on them. And you said the flag came out pre-snap, Nick. That would indicate a potential delay of game. Meanwhile, the clock is running. We are inside of 5 minutes to go in the first quarter.
Newsome also is coming off the field. Joshua Edison now, one of the quarterbacks listed on this roster, is coming in.
Well, Newsome lowered his shoulder and tried to power his way in. He looks okay taking a seat on the bench, though he is hanging his head just a bit. And indeed, Nick, it is 3rd and goal, but I don't think they backed them up.
They moved it maybe like an inch or two. It wasn't that much.
Yeah, it's still going to be a 3rd and goal. Maybe they moved it back a yard to the 3 rather than the 2. But I can't imagine what penalty backs you up just 1.
Joe, look out for Kelly on this play, maybe to get the ball on 3rd and goal. No Newsome in the game.
A strong look in the offensive backfield. We do not have a number 21 on our roster, but the deep back is LaMarcus Kelly. The man in motion, D. Gardner. They fake the handoff, throw to Gardner, and that was tipped. And I think the intended receiver was, in fact, number 21, who, as I mentioned, is not on our Mississippi roster, but Garner was open in the back of the end zone as well.
Yeah, I don't think he saw him on his first initial read. I think that was the problem on that throw by Edison. If he had saw him on the other side, he probably has a touchdown pass for sure on that play. Instead now, it's 4th and goal.
Huge play coming up here, and we're going to have our first quarter timeout. So with that comes our t-shirt toss, and a reminder that while we have a break in the action, we want to remind you that this first quarter is brought to you by Pino's Bakery, located at 1027 Chestnut Street in Roselle, New Jersey. Pino's is your prime stop for specialty cakes and pastries, as well as deli delights. Always fresh and made to order, our family-owned shop prides itself on bringing our kitchen into your homes and your heart. Pino's is where family tradition and goodness is a daily thing. Visit Pino's at 1027 Chestnut Street in Roselle or online at www.pinosbakery.net. Special thank you to our friends at Pino's.
Well, Joe, big play upcoming here after this timeout. 4th and goal inside. What do you draw up here if you are Mississippi trying to get the touchdown? We do see Newsome coming back out onto the field.
What I would do, Nick, I would send a man in motion from the wide side to the weak side.
That timeout was taken by the Wolfpack.
Man in motion, wide side to the weak side. Try and get the defense moving away from the wide side of the field. Take all of your receivers on the left, have them run across to the right in the end zone, and get Newsome a chance to move. Give him a chance.
I think if you're the Bearcats, the biggest thing you got to have in this play, Joe, you got to have a QB spy. You cannot allow Newsome to have a chance to get the rushing touchdown on this play. So there's got to be someone on this defense that they have set up on this defensive alignment to make sure that he's the QB spy, and that way Newsome can't run into the end zone.
Wherever you're going to send Newsome on this play, I want the defense moving the other way. So if you want Newsome to go left and maybe have Kelly deliver a lead block, you would motion from that weak side over to the strong side. And here comes Gardner. We'll see if they send Newsome to the left. And I think a flag came out from the side judge.
False start offense. Back-breaking penalty right there.
That one hurts. That being said, Nick, I bring up this point all the time. It can be easier to throw in from about the 8 than it would be from the 3.
That's true.
And the playbook opens up a bit now. I don't think it's as straightforward as motion one of your receivers and try and find running room for your quarterback, but I think you have more room to work now as a wide out as the play may break down in the end zone.
I think the only thing that stung about that penalty was it came after a timeout was called.
Yeah, those are always penalties that stick with you, and you go over in film study. The motion man is Garner. Newsome looking to throw, has good blocking, steps up in the pocket, looking for a running lane. Hungerford is the spy, race for the pylon, and he is stood up near side. He did not get in.
And there are multiple flags as well.
Multiple flags.
I have to think that's got to be holding on the offense where the flag is placed.
The Bearcats are fired up. They believe they have a stop. The clock has been stopped at 2:09, and Jersey's offense will indeed take the field. It is a penalty on Mississippi. The Bearcats will decline, and Jersey will take over.
Well, it shows you that penalty, that false start penalty, yes, it could be easier to pass, but there was nowhere to pass. Newsome had to run, just ran out of real estate, and that holding call as well will end the drive there for Mississippi. Good defensive stand once again, Joe, by the Jersey Bearcats defense, backed up into their own territory, like we mentioned earlier on.
And Darren Hungerford did a great job on that play as the QB spy. The line forced Newsome to step up. Hungerford right there. He was on a bit of an island, Nick. He was one-on-one with the quarterback until he forced him to the wide side of the field. That's where all the traffic was. It looked like Newsome wanted to take off up that far sideline. He couldn't do it. He was forced to flush out to his right, and that's where the Bearcats defense was waiting as he made a break for the pylon. Nicely done defensively by the Bearcats. And what was a pretty good opening drive for Mississippi stalls on the goal line. And Nick, how many times have we said it this postseason? This Bearcats defense has been impenetrable on the goal line.
They've just been, it's those pressure moments where teams step up and win championships. Those are championship mentality moments, and the Bearcats have done it all postseason long.
The Jersey offense takes the field. First down, backed up against their own end zone, and that pass is incomplete. The intended target on that play, Todd Simmons Jr., and it will be 2nd and 10.
A huge chance here for Mississippi, though, Joe. Yes, they didn't get an opportunity to score the touchdown. However, now they back the Bearcats offense up into their own territory with a chance that they can get some pressure on Rodriguez. Maybe they can force a turnover and get the ball right back.
And I think that's where your attention immediately shifts. If you're a defense here, your offense was stopped on the goal line. That being said, in the arena game, very tight quarters down around the end zone, it is not easy to get out of this spot as an offense. It'll be 2nd down and 10. They will line up Ward and Simmons Jr. to the right, and they will be joined by Doug Washington. As Rodriguez looking deep, has no one, and he'll throw it away. And that was a 19, not an 18. That's Doug Washington.
That was a laser beam pass. You hear it deflect off of that board on the right side.
Stewart, of course, number 4, Washington 19. And with the clock running inside of a minute in this first quarter, the Bearcats will have a 3rd and 10. And as you said, Nick, a big opportunity gets even bigger for the Wolfpack here.
Can't afford to give up a penalty like they did last time, where they had that penalty that allowed the Bearcats to get 5 extra yards, get a little bit more breathing room. Gotta be a mistake-free play here on 3rd down.
20 seconds to go in the quarter. 2 receivers in motion. Rodriguez has a clean pocket, looking downfield, delivers a strike. Todd Simmons Jr. has the first down, and he is forced out across the 20. They will spot him at the 22-yard line.
Yeah, Simmons ran a nice curl route right there, Joe. It kind of stuck right by where the first down marker was and easily gets that first down and a couple of extra yards, extending this drive for Jersey at the end of the first quarter.
And I think Cam Williams is going to join us down on field level in between quarters. So we'll throw it down to Cam.
After that concludes the first quarter, Niles Adams, big first drive, touchdown, and a big hold by our defense. A couple big tackles and stops by Joey Ramirez on the defensive side of the ball. Back to you, Joe.
All right, Cam, thank you. And I apologize. That was on me. We had to get our receiver booted up. I gave Cam the green light a bit too early. So we'll have that fixed for the remainder of the game. But we're happy to have Cam back.
Yes, we are.
Got down on field level for us during our pregame show. Got a chance to speak with some of the Bearcats. Of course, Coach K, AJ Roque, Nas Adams, and then Coach Strong of the Mississippi Wolfpack. But while we have a break in between quarters, the Lady Bearcats perform as well. And Nick, we touched on it before we got started tonight, but it is a packed house here in the Waranenko Sports Arena.
Yeah.
This is as crowded as we've seen it all year, and it's only fitting with all that's on the line tonight.
Yeah, I mean, everyone knows, not only the players know, but the fans know exactly what is on the line tonight. A chance at a championship. This team is looking for title number 2, their first title since 2023, and you could just sense that, you know, the atmosphere in this arena has been sensational, and these fans want to see a championship won on their own home field. Remember, when the Bearcats won their championship in 23, they were on the road for that championship. To have a chance to win it at home goes a long way.
I think winning it at home in an atmosphere like this after the championship that we covered back in 2023 could feel really good for this team if they can pull it off. And we went a long way to cover the AAL2 championship a couple of years ago. It felt like we were in the middle of nowhere in Pennsylvania, but we made that trip. It was a blast covering. The internet, not the best, but we made do, and the Bearcats, of course, took home the AAL2 title. And there's a pitch, and a flag comes out, but no running room whatsoever for Doug Washington. He took a big hit at the end of that play as well, and they'll sort out the flag.
Yeah, we'll see what this flag is. It was a big loss on the play right there, forced by this Wolfpack defense. All indications look like it's going to be on the Bearcats. It is holding.
That will back jersey up 10 yards.
Question is, though, do you give them the extra down on first down?
That's a good question. Then they will decline.
Yeah.
Good call, Nick. And I think that's the right call because you back jersey up here and give them the down back. This is prime position to go deep down the field with a throw. And we saw during our highlight package earlier in the broadcast, this Wolfpack defense did have some misplays in the secondary during that game, allowing receivers to get free behind the defense. And I think a lot of that comes down to how much pressure can they get on the quarterback. If they can get home quickly, they have players who can cover, but when they're forced to run around for extended periods of time, the breakdowns did eventually occur. You can hardly blame them. 2 receivers in motion again on second down. It's a screen pass. Nas Adams, he has blocking. Adams up the sideline. He's about a yard short of a first down. They lost about 5 on first down. They pick up about 14 on second, and it's going to be 3rd and 1.
Well, that's a good way to get some yardage back, Joe. You see all the time when teams have a 2nd and long, you try and move up the chains and move up the field. You go with that halfback screen to get you those yards back. Big gain, 3rd and short.
Jersey to the line quickly. Rodriguez hands off to Adams. He has the first down. He's out across the 15, down at the 13, 1st and 10 Jersey.
Well, we also talk about how big and quick this offense goes, and you started right there. Realistically for the Wolfpack, no time to figure out what Jersey was going to do, and Jersey's right back to the line.
We've seen this a lot more during the postseason than we did during the regular season with this hurry-up offense. Rodriguez will hand off to Adams again. He goes down. Short gain of a yard or 2.
No room to run right there. 2nd down and about 9. And for the Wolfpack defense, I think that's a little bit of a start right there, or maybe a little bit more 2nd and 7. But the Wolfpack trying to catch their breath right now. They really haven't been able to settle down and figure out what jersey is going to be running next.
And it's real tough to stop Adams for just 1 yard, isn't it? Shame
Sorry
on
right
us
there.
for assuming 2nd and 9.
Well,
it looked like it. It looked like it. 2nd and 7 Jersey. Ball just outside of the Wolfpack 10-yard line. 2 receivers in motion once again. Rodriguez looking. Running out of time. Throws complete. Kyle Ward. And he's pushed out. I believe inside the 5, but that's our one blind spot in that corner.
And Joe, they're going to go very quick. You can see it right now. They're trying to get that play quickly inside the goal line. Expect another option type play, in my opinion, to try to get this touchdown.
The Wolfpack are about to get caught with an extra man on the field, and they go off sides intentionally. The Wolfpack were trying to make a change there, and rather than get caught on the field, it looked like big number 77, Jamal Bailey, ran off. to get back to the bench. And realizing his defense was a man short, LaMarcus Kelly with a heads-up play went off sides.
And I mean, also trying to maybe draw the Bearcats to maybe making a mistake, because we saw a little bit of a shove right there after the flag was called. If the Bearcats make one mistake right there, then the penalty goes on Jersey, and then you back them up a couple extra yards. So maybe that was also another strat. Not sure. I think as well Mississippi called their second timeout.
And I think it's a good spot to use it right here. Backed up against your own end zone, already trailing by 7. We've spoken about it. Jersey has managed to build 2-score leads early in games time and time again during this run leading up to the postseason, and now through their first 3 postseason contests and then some here tonight. .11:07 on the clock here in the second quarter. Bearcats will line up in the shotgun. Ward deep in the offensive backfield, lining up out of the slot. Washington and Simmons Jr. on the outside. And Rodriguez will keep. He has a hole, and he has the score. Touchdown Bearcats as Mateo Rodriguez keeps it and brings it in for 6. You called it, Nick.
Yeah, I had to expect that they're going to run that option type of play. And instead of going with the full, read option, speed option, it was a straight QB draw as they take it all the way. Late flag throw for the touchdown celebration. The Bearcats will not care about that. They have a now 13-0 lead.
Well, they won't care about it if it doesn't come back to hurt them.
That's true.
We've seen some creative celebrations from this bunch, some that I admittedly was not familiar with.
I wasn't either until I looked it up on YouTube.
We needed some help. I'm not exactly brushed up on pop culture, either current or past. I live in a bubble known as Wayne Manor. That's what we call my apartment. This week, as much sunlight as I've gotten since I've moved over a year ago.
Yeah, let's not talk about it, Joe. We've been burned enough by the sun outside.
This is one of 2 events going on the PDF Sports Network right now. The other is the 10U Softball East Regional Championship. That's taking place about 35 minutes away on Staten Island. Those games are airing live on YouTube. Tonight's game exclusively on Boxcast via pay-per-view. We thank all of you who have chosen to join us and purchase this broadcast as Chris Culo sends that one well wide to the left. It will stay 13-0 Bearcats with 9:56 to go in the first half.
Well, you mentioned it. Let's see if that comes back to hurt the Bearcats as this game goes on, missing that extra point because after that excessive celebration after the touchdown. So we'll see if that does plague Jersey in this one. But you have to feel confident if you're Jersey, Joe. 2 drives, 2 scores. Your defense got a goal line stand. Now they come back out into the field.
Jersey defense already with 1 big stop on the goal line. And I said it at the time, Nick, this defense has been doing that time after time during the postseason. Whenever they found themselves put in a bad position, whether because of a big play they've surrendered or because of an offensive turnover, regardless of how they got there, this defense down around the end zone has been phenomenal, and offenses just haven't been able to find a way to push the pile and solve this Bearcats defense on the goal line.
And we thought we saw it finally maybe happening for one of these offenses that last drive. Mississippi was throwing out some trickery plays, got inside the goal line, and just could not get the final blow to get that touchdown. And now, because of that not happening, it's a 13-point deficit here in the second quarter.
9:56 on the clock as the Bearcats kick it away, and it was knocked down by the up man. And good hands there and quick reflexes by Dontrell Boyd. That ball got on him quickly, and if that takes a bad bounce, Jersey might get it back.
And you have to believe that was the strat right there by Coach K and company.
The strat.
They wanted the ball right back, Joe. You have to believe with the way their offense has been so far, they wanted the football right back. It was a great kick opportunity, but it just got back to Mississippi. They get a big break, and now they have good field position.
And I think if you're the Wolfpack, this is the drive where you have to cash in and get on the board for the first time, because if you give Jersey the ball back already in front by 2 scores, you know they're going to try and put this game away on the spot. They've really avoided throwing down the field too much early in this game, and you know Coach Roque has a play dialed up, and when he's ready to deliver that big blow, he's going to make that call. We'll see if Jersey gets that opportunity leading by 2 scores, or if the Wolfpack can get to within 7, maybe 6.
This is Edison at quarterback here.
And he will hand off up the middle, and Immediately, Kelly is stood up. That Bearcats defensive line has been so good, not just on the goal line, but in run defense from one end zone to the other.
Yeah, they're going to try to force Mississippi to throw the football in this game, Joe. We saw in the first drive, the only chance Mississippi had throwing the football was going off of those trick plays, those broken plays that got them where we saw Newsome get out of the pocket and find an open receiver. Kelly that time, no chance out of the backfield to make a run. It's now second down in this game as Mississippi tries to cut this deficit to a one-possession game.
Second down. Two receivers in motion. They'll look to throw here. End zone. Going up to get it for the touchdown is the wideout. He got lost in a mass of bodies, but Joshua Edison put that on the money. And Nick, who is it that emerges with that score? I think that's Newsome.
I mean, he's a man of all trades, Joe. We called him an athlete earlier, and he just showed it right there.
Athlete with a capital A. What a grab. He was blanketed so closely, I could not get his uniform number. What a touchdown grab. And just like that, it's a one-score game.
He is doing it all right now for this Wolfpack team. Don't count this team out just yet. One-possession game. And let's see what they can do here. Looks like they're going to go for two.
He went torso and neck first into the boards and managed to hold on. An incredible play. And that has to energize this Wolfpack team. Edison, sidearm delivery incomplete. And it will stay 13-6. But Nick, we have a ball game here in the second quarter. 7:06 to go. The Bearcats lead it by 7.
Yeah, and on that two-point conversion play, good defensive stop by the Bearcats. Their pass rush got to the quarterback, Edison. Not much time for him to make a quick read on that play. But you said it, Joe. Newsome with an impressive grab. We spoke about earlier on how many big plays we saw in that game with the Wolfpack and the Indians. Another big play right there. Highlight reel type of play to make this a one-possession game.
And we should have known that was Newsome, shouldn't we? The way this game has gone so far, He's made so many big plays for the offense with his athleticism. There he goes up and gets it for the touchdown. And if you're Jersey at halftime, I think you game plan to try and take him out of this one a bit and force somebody else to beat you, because right now, when you force them to hand that ball off to the back, your defensive line has been there. They've been winning the battle at the line of scrimmage. It's been tough to find running lanes. Once Newsome has had a chance to get free at the quarterback position, he's been able to pick up some positive yardage. They move him to wide out, and immediately Edison delivers a strike. Don't lose the throw in the hype surrounding that catch. It took a perfect ball to allow Newsome to go up and get that one.
Yeah, Edison has to put that in the right spot to give Newsome a chance to make that catch. It's getting to the point now, Joe, where it's kind of similar to where when you see the quarterback on offense pointing out the mic, which is the middle linebacker most of the time. Now the defense is going to have to point out Newsome most of this time, trying to make sure where he is on the field.
Kickoff lands just shy of the 15 and ends up in the Wolfpack bench.
Oh boy, Joe.
And some extracurriculars there.
I told you earlier, there has been some jawing between these two teams. When you have a championship type of game, emotions are going to run wild.
Well, I think what you want to see is none of those confrontations extending beyond words. Some good trash talk is always a lot of fun, as long as you don't cross certain lines. As far as I'm concerned, there are places you don't go. If you don't cross those lines, you're within the bounds of some good trash talk.
Let's see what the flags will be, if they will be offsetting.
It looks that way. And I think...
Ejection, Joe.
Wow.
A.J. Roque was proclaiming and hoping for the ejection. He's got it.
And who was it that has been sent to the locker room?
Looking over towards our left.
I think it's Scott Norflell who is being sent to the locker room wearing number 4.
I believe you're right.
And you hate to see that happen for any player in a championship game. And you know that's one that in the moment maybe felt like had to happen. But once you're in the locker room and you can reflect on that for a short time, you'll realize that it was probably a mistake and you can't get that one back.
Yeah. We'll see what the Bearcats now offense does. They're already 2 for 2 in this game, Joe, offensively. We're going to make it now 3 for 3.
They will wind the clock as we approach 6 minutes to go here in the first half. Bearcats in front by 7. Rodriguez lines up in an empty offensive backfield. 3 receivers to his left. 2 in motion. Rodriguez throws, picked off! And this may go the other way for 6. And it will. Pick 6, Joseph Weatherby. And the Wolfpack are within 1 following a Jersey pick 6.
How about that right there by Weatherby? You saw the pressure as well, Joe. That was why it forced that throw from Rodriguez. He made a quick throw, didn't see Weatherby on that left side of the sideline, and he goes all the way, pick 6. We've got a ball game, folks, here in this first half. 1 extra point away from a tied score.
And I think he expected his receiver to sit down along the sideline. Rodriguez got that ball out in anticipation of the break back toward the line of scrimmage, and there was none from his wideout. We may have to run that back one more time, Tyler. I didn't get a chance to see who the receiver was on the play. But it is now a 1-point game. And Nick, you have access to the monitor. Maybe you can let me know as well. It was Ward, the nearest receiver.
Keep in mind, Joe, the Wolfpack are going to have to go for 2 every time they potentially score.
What a sudden shift as quiet falls upon Waranenko, Nick.
Here goes Newsome.
He keeps it, and he is stood up. And Jersey will maintain the lead. They are in front by 1, but it is a pick 6 from Joseph Weatherby that has made this a 13-12 game. Here's one more look at it.
Yeah, and you'll see towards that left sideline, he's looking for Ward. He just read it perfectly. And that's a big one right there. Now Jersey's offense will come back out into the field. But as you mentioned, it's starting to get a little bit more quiet here in Waranenko. It's now a 1-point game, and we'll see how the Jersey Bearcats team can, bounce back after that pick 6.
It got awfully quiet in here after that touchdown. And we will see if the Bearcats and their offense can inject some life back into this arena. But, Nick, we do have our second quarter timeout. And with this timeout in the second, it's all about fitness. Our contestants are doing their thing down on field level in our timeout contest. It is a sack race today, but that sack race is sponsored by Infinite Athletic Training, located in Piscataway, New Jersey. They're also part of our second quarter giveaway at Waranenko. That is the Electrolyte Boost. Imagine hydration, but without the water. Get your performance back on track and get boosted with the Electrolyte Boost. For samples, fundraising for your team, or to purchase packets, contact Jermaine Sanders, co-owner of the Jersey Bearcats, at 201-667-6374. Or you can email at jerseybearcatsarenafootball@gmail.com. Let's make sure we stay fit after all these great snacks at Waranenko with Infinite Athletic Training.
Oh, Pat almost got a T-shirt.
He's got a banged up hand. He's excused. www.infiniteathletictraining.com for more information regarding Infinite Athletic Training and the Electrolyte Boost. Well, Nick, this game took a very sudden turn with that last pick 6. We mentioned how much quieter it got here at the Waranenko Sports Complex, and the Wolfpack are in this game to stay.
It's been a tale of 2 quarters so far. 13 points for Jersey in quarter 1, 12 points here for the Wolfpack in quarter number 2.
Kickoff on its way, and
my goodness.
Wow. Well, you get the sense that perhaps Michael Robbins is not used to the low-hanging roof. It is tough to kick in this building when you are not accustomed to it.
Well, you also don't want to kick it off. I understand that too. We've seen
Very true.
Jersey return a bunch of kickoffs already this postseason.
And Nick, to the credit of Mississippi, I'm not sure if that was planned. It's very possible it was, and I spoke about it last week. Why would you kick off to the Bearcats here in Waranenko? There's almost no benefit.
There isn't.
On the opening kickoff, however, Reed went out of bounds at the 5. So that's the counter argument to it. Playing devil's advocate, every once in a while you may get the benefit of a kick that goes out deep in Jersey territory, but I think more often than not the right play is send it straight into the ceiling, straight out of bounds, and give Jersey the ball at the 20.
Let's see now what Mateo Rodriguez and company can do here, Joe, after giving up the pick 6. Got to respond now, only up by 1.
Under 3.5 minutes to go here in the first half. Handoff, Adams spins off one hit, and he's brought down across midfield at the 23-yard line of Mississippi.
But once again, they went with that option play right there, and they handed it off to a nice gain. It looks like just a couple yards shy of that first down marker, about 3 yards to be exact, it looks like. And it's about 2nd and 7.
A good first down run from Adams. He's been featured heavily in this game,
yes.
Nick. The Wolfpack have done a good job forcing Jersey to keep the ball on the ground. They look to keep them out of the end zone here and drive for a chance to take the lead before halftime. 2:40 to go in the second quarter. Washington the motion man. Rodriguez will hand off once again. And Adams might be just short of the line to gain. He's awfully close.
They're going to give him the first down, though.
I think one official is signaling third. And
the head official said first down.
We will wait and see. I think it was the back judge who signaled third, but you said it, Nick. Side judge awarding the first down. 2:05 to go, and Jersey could look to take the rest of this half with them if they're patient with it.
And they should, considering the fact that Mississippi does get the ball to start the second half.
I think we've seen the Bearcats run a higher percentage of run plays in this first half than we've seen in any game this season.
Sometimes you have to change your strategy when you're in a championship game.
1:35 to go. Simmons Jr. was the motion man. They throw. Mel Reed, he has room, and he breaks ankles. He's still on his feet. Mel Reed showing off that dynamic speed and agility. First and goal, Bearcats.
Well, Joe, you might have to get that man some ankle tape. That one crossed up his ankles, and we talked about it. He's been sensational for this Bearcats team the last couple of weeks. Great move to cut into the inside after getting that stick route, and a quick play here for Jersey now.
Poor snap, and Rodriguez was forced to abort. That was nearly disastrous.
Well, we saw almost a fumble earlier in this game, and that could have certainly been a really bad play for Jersey with now under a minute left in this first half.
55.9 on the clock here at Waranenko. We did reach the 1 minute warning following that last snap. The play went nowhere as Rodriguez couldn't handle it. It's now second and goal. Reed in motion, toss, Adams. He's hit in the offensive backfield and still fighting. The pile is pushed, and they blew that one dead before Adams was forced forward. That will bring up third and goal. And we have a hold against Jersey. There's a flag at the bottom of that pile somewhere.
I'm not sure if that's a holding call, though. It could have been maybe a late hit.
I think they signaled hold.
We'll say.
Either way, back them up. And this is going to be spotted around the 19-yard line. And that would line up, Nick. It's a 10-yard holding penalty right at the line of scrimmage.
That is a costly penalty right there for the Bearcats.
Well, if you're the Wolfpack now, you know Jersey is unlikely to kick. You have to keep them out for 3 plays with the ball at the 19. It is 2nd and 19 with the holding accepted. But if you're Jersey here and you come up short, I think you take a lot of time with you. Force the Wolfpack to use their timeouts and then run it from there. Only 2 timeouts remaining for Mississippi. So if Jersey ends up in 4th down, they could run the final play of the half. That, of course, if the clock runs for 2 straight plays. Rodriguez looking, throws over the head of Reed. Incomplete. And about 3 seconds came off the clock on that play.
Yeah, very quick play right there. As we see, once again, some jawing of words between the two teams. But now, we'll see what happens on 2nd down. Correction, 3rd down. So many numbers this week for me, Joe. I'm starting to lose my mind.
You and I have worked in the last 7 days at least I would say 70 hours. We've averaged about 10-hour days.
Yeah.
At least. We've averaged about 10-hour days, you and I.
And we still got a little bit more softball left in us.
Yesterday was about 14. Today will be another 13 or 14. 2 receivers in motion. Rodriguez steps up through the pocket. He has running room, takes off up the sideline, heading for the goal line, and I think he's just short. The officials will discuss it.
I think they're going to say he's just short, Joe.
4th and goal. They will spot it at about the 3-yard line. Now, they had a first down to pick up, Nick, according to the down marker. I don't know if that's right. And it is not. All right, just making sure.
And Jersey will call a timeout.
Timeout called by Jersey. By our count, that is the first timeout Jersey has taken in this first half. And Nick, you made the call before. You were right. Keeper in the hands of Rodriguez. What do you got here?
I think they're going to try to fake him with another option play, maybe an RPO right here, Joe. And try to get an outside receiver on maybe a bubble type of screen and get that touchdown and fool this defense.
I think that's a wise course of action here. You fake that quarterback power look. Maybe you try the old Florida Tim Tebow flip over the pile.
I like it. I like it.
We'll see how creative offensive coordinator and head coach A.J. Roquet looks to get in this spot.
Wonder if they watch any old Boise State highlight films, the old Statue of Liberty type play.
It would be some time to break it out.
Yeah.
What do they call Nick Foles' pass? The Philly special?
For me, I don't care.
You are a Giants fan.
Yes, it was the Philly special.
Tyler, Jets or Giants? Giants? Well, I'm a lowly Las Vegas Raiders fan.
Still wondering how that came to be.
We won't talk about that on air.
Okay.
We're here to have fun.
That's true.
And you and I have been looking forward to this one all week. We've been out in the sun for 7 straight days. Yeah. We are inside the confines of the Waranenko Sports Complex covering championship football. Nowhere else we'd rather be. 4th and goal, Bearcats. And they used the hard count, getting the Wolfpack to jump.
And now, Joe, you can open up the playbook to maybe going with that heavy offense and try to push the pile to get into the end zone.
What do they call it, Nick, when they line up the quarterback under center and they push him? They have a name for that.
No comment on that either.
I thought I had my gotcha moment. Nope. I thought maybe you might utter the 2 words tush push. But Nick had no part of that.
I don't recognize that play.
You don't recognize that as a valid play. You want the rule change?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind it, but because it's a team I don't like,
that's right.
That's the only reason I want to ban.
At least you're honest about your bias. I think
it's only bias against the Eagles and the Cowboys.
Well, running a merchandising business online, I'm a huge Eagles fan.
I know.
I'm sorry, the Giants just aren't popular, Nick.
Well, yeah, it makes sense.
It does. They're more popular than the Jets, though.
Yay.
So, Nick, they did give a first down. They had a first down to pick up.
Yeah.
Down around the end zone. The pile is still moving. Adams is short.
I was going to say, they haven't whistled it yet, but now they just did.
So they did have the ability to pick up a first down. We thought it was 4th and goal. It was 4th down in inches, and they got Mississippi to jump. Unless the down markers were reset in error, the Wolfpack think it is their ball. I think it is their ball.
I thought so, too.
I was certain the Bearcats had a 1st and goal earlier in the drive, didn't they?
I thought
they had it at the 9, and then holding moved them back to the 19.
Yeah.
That should have been 4th down. And you never want to see this. Live chat, help us out. We had a very active live chat in the pregame when our audience thought that we had missed the start of the game. Take a look at this, Nick. Very active.
Very active.
I am the moderator.
Better be careful what you say in there.
They have the down markers reflecting 2nd down.
There's so much confusion going on in the field right now.
Well, Tyler, why don't you run it back? Go back 2 or 3 plays. Look at where the first down marker is and see if there's a down marker at the goal line. No. It was 1st and goal from the 5. Then it was 2nd and goal from the 9. 2nd and goal from the 19.
Yep. 3rd
and goal. 4th and goal. it should be Mississippi football, no?
I think so.
Unless we missed the outcome of a flag.
There was a flag at one
for
point.
offsides.
Right.
Man.
No one knows.
This game had quite the pace to it. And Cam Williams is going to join us in a moment. Let's get him wired up.
What they're discussing down here is they're kind of wondering about what the play is. It was fourth down, then there was a penalty. So they're kind of discussing the rule if the penalty takes it back down to a third down or not. Right now they're discussing of what down it is. And apparently the penalty makes it an overrun on downs, so they actually start back on a first down. So it is not an overturn on downs. They will continue to play. The Bearcats still have the ball. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you, Cam. Our wireless audio with a lot of interference from all of the cellular devices here in Waranenko, but we made out what Cam said. So,
I think. No, I'm kidding.
Based on what he said, how could it be second down?
I don't know.
I think what Cam said is they were talking about assessing a penalty on a third down ahead of that last snap, if I gathered correctly. I could be mistaken, but there's no way it could be second down and goal. There was not a first down to be had. Now, maybe what Cam was saying is that there was a penalty on what was third and goal, and that penalty afforded the Bearcats a first down. And then what Cam said is that it was not fourth and goal. It was first and goal instead. I think that's what happened. There was a penalty flag in there on third and goal somewhere, and the penalty flag was assessed, giving Jersey a first down. That made it first and goal. They were stopped on what we thought was fourth and goal. It in fact was first and goal. Now it is second and goal. They have not yet run a play on second and goal. That's where we stand. Hopefully that cleared it up for the live chat.
Hopefully that cleared it up for me.
Oh, if it didn't, Nick, I'll get the whiteboard and
we'll draw up a play and just make sure I got it all.
We'll go through it for you at halftime.
We'll do a PowerPoint presentation of the whole play itself.
This half was flying until that sequence. Remember, we got started a bit late. We got started at about 6:40, you think, game time?
I think so.
6:40. We just got our pregame conversations in. Second and goal. Rodriguez keeps behind Adams. He powers toward the goal line. Touchdown. And the Bearcats turn what appeared to be a turnover on downs into 6 points. Their lead goes back to 7, and we'll see if they look to go for 2 and make it a 2-possession game, or if they kick the extra point to go in front by 8.
They're going to kick the extra point, Joe, and I mentioned it when the penalty happened where we saw the offside. I said the Bearcats could probably go back to that heavy type of offense formation. They just did it right there. You saw Rodriguez take the snap, went with a straight quarterback direct run, got the nice push from behind from his teammates, getting into the end zone to put his team now up 7 and try to make it an 8-point game with the extra point.
Extra point upcoming here. And Chris Kulo is wide left again.
And keep in mind, we have not seen Mississippi kick an extra point, Joe. So a touchdown, a 2-point conversion at any point, if this remains the score, can give Mississippi the lead.
So in regards to that flag, we do not know what the flag was. And Ralph, you're right. I didn't see a personal foul called. That is the only flag that would give an automatic first down in that situation, unless you had a penalty in the secondary on a pass play. But it was a running play, wasn't it?
I thought so.
They could call holding on a run. They can call defensive holding on a run. Tyler, why don't we go back and see if we have a replay of what we thought was third and goal. Did we get a replay of third and goal? We don't have the down and distance on the screen, so do your best. Look at the sticks, and maybe we can run it back and figure out where the flag was.
He's gonna look at it real quick in our production truck, and then.
All right, let's run that back, Tyler. Let's put that live. We have some time here before the kickoff, maybe no more, but let's run it back quickly. This is second and goal. No flag there. And the kickoff skips into the arms of Garner. Garner takes it out of bounds.
Coaches, and a late flag, Joe, on the head.
Well, that was in our blind spot once again, right in front of the Bearcats bench.
But you could hear it from up here. I did hear the late thud. And now that's going to award Mississippi a chance to potentially get a touchdown before the end of this half. Just 12.4 seconds left. And you'll see right here on the replay off that pit on the sideline.
Ooh, wow. That's a block in the back.
Yeah. Well, never mind. That was on Mississippi.
Yeah.
Initially thought that was going to be on the Bearcats, but yeah, you can see it right there. That was clearly on the Wolfpack.
So the Wolfpack with 12.4 to go in the half will back all the way up. And this hurts because you had a very real chance to score, and you still do, but it's not quite the same when you're backed up down around your own goal line. I think priority number one right here is to make sure you protect the football and then try and hit a big play. Edison airs it out down the field, picked off, and the ball came out. Will they rule it a fumble? I don't think so. I think that's an incomplete pass. Jersey plays it through as they should, but I think that's going to be an incomplete pass.
That was a hard hit, Joe, and you see the players down.
Marcel Newsom is down.
You would hate to see him get taken out of this game after that hit. He was the one that made the hit after the interception was made, and then the interception became an incomplete pass after the hit he made. We'll see it right here.
One more look.
I've got the wind knocked out of him with the way he tackled.
Yeah, I think that's the most likely outcome and probably what you're hoping for. If you're a fan of the Wolfpack and anybody watching, you never want to see a player go down, and I think the most favorable outcome would be the wind being knocked out of you. You stay down for a short while, regather yourself, and then get back in there for the second half. But Nick, it doesn't look like that's the case. He's still down. Newsom back to his feet now.
Yeah. He is back up now, so that's a good sight to see.
And indeed, they do rule it an incomplete pass, Nick, as we suspected. 6.7 to go. And Nick, it is standing room only in front of us right now.
Yeah.
Wow.
Jam-packed crowd here at Waranenko.
This crowd became a bit delirious after that interception. They thought the Bearcats had a chance for a big play there on a potential run back. Newsom made sure that didn't happen, but paid for it in the process. He went down, and hopefully he's okay. Trying to get a look out on the field. I don't believe he's still in there.
He's not. I think he went to the locker room for the half.
Best to exercise caution there. Edison will look to throw again. He throws sideline complete and a huge hit at the end of that play with 1.8 to go.
They got the timeout just in time.
By our count, the Wolfpack should have one timeout left. Tyler, that timeout was called by Mississippi. So I think Jersey would have two and Mississippi would have one. And Nick, it comes down to one play. 1.8 to go in the second quarter. Jersey leads it by 7.
Well, you know Jersey's going to back their secondary up to make sure they don't give up a Hail Mary type of pass. So we'll see how far back they do go. They obviously have to get to the end zone on this play.
Here we go. Edison under pressure. Breaks a hit. Stumbles and goes down. He is sacked. Edison unable to get a throw off, and there is another fallen member of the Wolfpack at the bottom of that pile. That might have been Bailey who was down, the offensive lineman. And he's up to his feet a bit gingerly. He's okay. And with that, the first half comes to a close. Our score, the Bearcats 19 and the Wolfpack 12. And in a moment, we're going to throw it down to Cam Williams. So Tyler, why don't we send it back down to the field? Cam is standing by with head coach A.J. Roque.
Yeah, thank you guys, Coach AJ. You guys are up 19-12. A very chippy game and an injection early on for the Mississippi Wolfpack. Coach, what are you guys looking to keep on driving? And you guys had a very good run game so far. The pass game has been iffy. Do you guys look to continue to build off the run game or try to incorporate more passing plays?
Whatever they give us, right? We try to throw the ball a little bit, and we made our mistakes. All right? We went back to the run game and we get down the field. So, whatever it takes for us to win the game, that's what we're going to do.
100%. A lot of penalties flying, mostly working you guys' way. Do you feel like that kind of chip on your shoulder and playing at home is getting to the Wolfpack a little bit?
No, right? They're a good team. They're a tough football team, right? So their coaches have that team well prepared for this game.
100%, Coach. You guys up 19-12. You're up a touchdown. The special teams has not been the best for you guys, even kicking off before plays. Are you guys going to make any changes there or continue to ride with Chris?
No, we'll continue to ride with Chris. Maybe we'll start going for two, but we'll see.
All right, Coach, good luck the rest of the way. Thank you, guys. Back to you, Joe.
All right, thank you, Cam Williams, and thank you to Bearcats head coach A.J. Roque, as always, joining us during halftime. What we are going to do is throw it to a message from all of our great sponsors, and when we come back, we will have our Lady Bearcats Spotlight, as Cam Williams was joined by a pair of Lady Bearcats before tonight's game. We'll show you that conversation when we come back.
The Jersey Bearcats are back for another exciting season of AAL2 arena football. Get on board with us and follow us all year long. For information on our donations, sponsorships, and game day, and ticket information, please contact us at jerseybearcatsarenafootball@gmail.com.
Burgers are better at the Brownstone in Metuchen.
My weekend starts with the Brownstone burger, topped with cheddar, barbecue sauce, and a fried egg.
Give me the Hawaiian burger. I love the Canadian bacon and sweet pineapple.
How do you like your salads? Shrimp, chicken, beef?
Stop in and see why families are eating good at the Brownstone in Metuchen.
We'll meet you at the Brownstone.
We'll meet you at the Brownstone.
Today's game is presented by Total Performance Bodywork with Dave Riemann. Dave is a body worker, licensed massage therapist, and strength and movement coach. He's combined his wide variety of expertise into a system that he calls Total Performance Bodywork. Trusted by professional athletes and bodybuilders, Dave has been helping people to recover from new and old injuries, improve their breathing efficiency, athletic performance, mobility, flexibility, and their overall strength. Visit Total Performance Bodywork at totalperformancebodywork.com or contact Dave by calling 610-570-7480 or email daveriemann@rcn.com.
The Jersey Bearcats are proud to welcome the sounds of DJ Sparks for the 2025 football season. As heard on Blazing 98.5 FM, DJ Sparks is perfect for nightclubs, concerts, corporate and sporting events. Bringing the party to you. The best sounds and the best time with DJ Sparks. Contact DJ Sparks on social media, email, or by phone, and let's get the party started. DJ Sparks, proud supporter of the Jersey Bearcats.
The American Arena League 2 would like to thank tonight's special entertainment, Flowboy Deuce, sponsored by Chosen Clothing. Check out the latest tracks and dance showcases via YouTube at Flowtime TV and follow them on Instagram at chosen.nyc and at its Flowboy Deuce, the hottest game in the arena alongside the hottest entertainment. Check out Flowtime TV, Flowboy Deuce, and Chosen Clothing.
KKT, InvestStars is now a proud sponsor of the Jersey Bearcats, and the AAL2. No matter what needs you have, F. Tarkin Jones will develop the right solution for you. See for yourself the star treatment you will get with KKT, InvestStars LLC. Call today at 201-290-4802 and be a star, just like the Bearcats.
Refined, restorative, results-driven. At CMX iMed Bar, we blend medicine, aesthetics, and wellness into one luxury experience, led by Dr. Angela Roque. Located in the heart of Pier Village, Long Branch. Visit cmximedbar.com or text 9089-232-694 to look better, feel better, live elevated.
Jersey Bearcats football is brought to you by Pino's Bakery. Located at 1027 Chestnut Street in Roselle, Pino's is your prime stop for specialty cakes, pastries, and deli delights. Always fresh and made to order, our family-owned shop prides itself on bringing our kitchen into your homes and your heart. Pino's is where family, tradition, and goodness are a daily thing. Visit us at 1027 Chestnut Street in Roselle or online at pinosbakery.net. Thank you to our friends at Pino's Bakery.
While we have a break in the action, the Jersey Bearcats would like to thank the Union Junior ROTC and the U.S. Army ROTC for their support of the Bearcats in AAL2 football.
If you plan to do chicken, then do chicken like a champ at Wing It On in Linden. Voted #1 medium wing sauce at the National Buffalo Wing Festival. Wing It On is family owned and operated in Linden, New Jersey, and we have an excellent array of your favorite wings and chicken done to perfection. We have the true flavor of champions at Wing It On. Stop in or order now at wingiton.com or call our store at 908-486-0910.
No, I'm right. The podcast that uncovers the origin stories of some of the biggest names in sports, media, and entertainment. Nick Durst here along with Joe Calabrese.
Here we are, 200 episodes later, about 150 episodes with guests, our friends, soon to be your friends.
Well, it's pretty clear, Joe, that it's all about You Know I'm Right, the podcast. That's my You Know I'm Right moment. Wanted to do a podcast, and everyone was like, what are you, crazy? Who's going to listen? You're not going to get guests. Well, guess what? I'm the best when it comes to getting guests. You could vouch for that.
I am so happy that you asked me to do this. I couldn't have been more thrilled. And follow us on socials. Check us out. I promise you, if you want to work in media, whether you work in media now, whether you want to quit your job and work in media, come to us, and I promise you, we will get you on the right foot.
That's what it's all about, uncovering the origin stories of some of the biggest names in sports, media, and entertainment. Keep it locked on You Know I'm Right.
We are back from the Warenenko Sports Arena, where it is halftime in this AAL2 championship game. The Mississippi Wolfpack trailing the Jersey Bearcats by a score of 19-12. But as promised, before that last message from each of our sponsors, we will have our Lady Bearcats Spotlight as we throw it over to Cam Williams' conversation with our Lady Bearcats from earlier this evening.
What's up, guys? I'm here with Gianna and Alea. Guys, it is the championship game here, the Bearcats versus Wolfpack. How you guys feeling going into this game?
We're so excited, we're so hyped, and we're bringing home that ring, okay?
Gianna, what about you?
It's been such a good atmosphere in the locker room. We've been getting pretty, doing our hair, and just dancing around, having fun.
Going into this week, what has the practices been like? Are you guys bringing out any special dances or new routines this week?
Yes, we have so many new routines, probably like 3, and a brand new halftime created by Kayla Cruz.
Gianna, what would be your favorite dance or routine tonight?
Ooh, probably our halftime routine by Kayla Cruz.
Awesome. Guys, thank you very much. Back to you, Joe.
All right, thank you to Cam Williams, and thank you to our Lady Bearcats for taking the time to join us all season long and for putting on a show each and every Bearcats home game here at the Warenenko Sports Arena. But the two teams have yet to take the field prior to the start of the third quarter. A bit of an extended halftime break for this playoff matchup, so we'll throw it once again to a message from our sponsors. When we come back, the third quarter in this 2025 AAL2 championship game, the Bearcats lead the Wolfpack 19-12.
The Jersey Bearcats are back for another exciting season of AAL2 arena football. Get on board with us and follow us all year long. For information on our donations, sponsorships, and game day, and ticket information, please contact us at jerseybearcatsarenafootball@gmail.com.
Burgers are better at the Brownstone in Metuchen.
My weekend starts with the Brownstone burger, topped with cheddar, barbecue sauce, and a fried egg.
Give me the Hawaiian burger. I love the Canadian bacon and sweet pineapple.
How do you like your salads? Shrimp, chicken, beef?
Stop in and see why families are eating good at the Brownstone in Metuchen.
We'll meet you at the Brownstone.
We'll meet you at the Brownstone.
Today's game is presented by Total Performance Bodywork with Dave Riemann. Dave is a body worker, licensed massage therapist, and strength and movement coach. He's combined his wide variety of expertise into a system that he calls Total Performance Bodywork. Trusted by professional athletes and bodybuilders, Dave has been helping people to recover from new and old injuries, improve their breathing efficiency, athletic performance, mobility, flexibility, and their overall strength. Visit Total Performance Bodywork at totalperformancebodywork.com or contact Dave by calling 610-570-7480 or email daveriemann@rcn.com.
The Jersey Bearcats are proud to welcome the sounds of DJ Sparks for the 2025 football season. As heard on Blazing 98.5 FM, DJ Sparks is perfect for nightclubs, concerts, corporate and sporting events. Bringing the party to you. The best sounds and the best time with DJ Sparks. Contact DJ Sparks on social media, email, or by phone, and let's get the party started. DJ Sparks, proud supporter of the Jersey Bearcats.
The American Arena League 2 would like to thank tonight's special entertainment, Flowboy Deuce, sponsored by Chosen Clothing. Check out the latest tracks and dance showcases via YouTube at Flowtime TV and follow them on Instagram at chosen.nyc and at its Flowboy Deuce, the hottest game in the arena alongside the hottest entertainment. Check out Flowtime TV, Flowboy Deuce, and Chosen Clothing.
KKT, InvestStars is now a proud sponsor of the Jersey Bearcats and the AAL2. No matter what needs you have, F. Tarkin Jones will develop the right solution for you. See for yourself the star treatment you will get with KKT, InvestStars LLC. Call today at 201-290-4802 and be a star, just like the Bearcats.
Refined, restorative, results-driven. At CMX iMed Bar, we blend medicine, aesthetics, and wellness into one luxury experience, led by Dr. Angela Roque. Located in the heart of Pier Village, Long Branch. Visit cmximedbar.com or text 9089-232-694 to look better, feel better, live elevated.
Jersey Bearcats football is brought to you by Pino's Bakery. Located at 1027 Chestnut Street in Roselle, Pino's is your prime stop for specialty cakes, pastries, and deli delights. Always fresh and made to order, our family-owned shop prides itself on bringing our kitchen into your homes and your heart. Pino's is where family, tradition, and goodness are a daily thing. Visit us at 1027 Chestnut Street in Roselle or online at pinosbakery.net. Thank you to our friends at Pino's Bakery.
While we have a break in the action, the Jersey Bearcats would like to thank the Union Junior ROTC and the U.S. Army ROTC for their support of the Bearcats in AAL2 football.
If you plan to do chicken, then do chicken like a champ at Wing It On in Linden. Voted #1 medium wing sauce at the National Buffalo Wing Festival. Wing It On is family owned and operated in Linden, New Jersey, and we have an excellent array of your favorite wings and chicken done to perfection. We have the true flavor of champions at Wing It On. Stop in or order now at wingiton.com or call our store at 908-486-0910.
No, I'm right. The podcast that uncovers the origin stories of some of the biggest names in sports, media, and entertainment. Nick Durst here along with Joe Calabrese.
Here we are, 200 episodes later. about 150 episodes with guests, our friends, soon to be your friends.
Well, it's pretty clear, Joe, that it's all about You Know I'm Right, the podcast. That's my You Know I'm Right moment. Wanted to do a podcast, and everyone was like, what are you, crazy? Who's going to listen? You're not going to get guests. Well, guess what? I'm the best when it comes to getting guests. You could vouch for that.
I am so happy that you asked me to do this. I couldn't have been more thrilled. And follow us on socials. Check us out. I promise you, if you want to work in media, whether you work in media now, whether you want to quit your job and work in media, come to us, and I promise you, we will get you on the right foot.
That's what it's all about, uncovering the origin stories of some of the biggest names in sports, media, and entertainment. Keep it locked on You Know I'm Right.
And we are back from the Waranenko Sports Arena. Joe Foreman rejoining you alongside Nicholas Pavona on the call for this 2025 AAL2 championship game. And Nick, the Bearcats lead it by 7 as we get set to begin the third quarter. But it was a back-and-forth first half that saw the Bearcats score the first 13. The Wolfpack then scored the next 12, punctuated by a pick 6. However, it was the Bearcats dealing the final blow before halftime with a touchdown in the closing seconds. That put them ahead by 7. That's where we stand right now as we get set to begin the third quarter.
It was a very confusing sequence to end that first half, but the Bearcats did get that touchdown to end that first half, up by 7 points. But keep in mind, the Wolfpack do get the ball to start the second half as well. So keep that in mind. They will get this ball to start the second half. Now, something to note as well, Joe, we did see an injury towards the end of that first half that could play a factor into this game and seeing if Mississippi can come back or not in this one. We saw towards the end of the first half, Newsome getting hurt. And that was off after a high throw that got over his head. We saw him make the tackle on the potential interception play, and then he had to go back to the locker room. We'll see if he does start in the second half of this game, but you get the sense that the Wolfpack desperately need him on the offensive side of the ball. He's been huge for them in this first half.
He certainly has, Nick. He had the big touchdown grab, and maybe if Tyler can find that replay, we can cue it up and get a second look at it. He has a lot of replays in there, but Newsome going up, defender blanketed all over him, and a perfect ball as well from Joshua Edison. He put that up in the corner of the end zone for the Wolfpack touchdown. That was their first score. The second came on the pick 6. And for Mississippi, it was a really nice bounce-back effort in that first half after they fell behind in the half by 13 points early in this game. The Bearcats getting the final blow dealt before the half, and I think they found the touchdown. So let's get a look at it shortly. But regardless, it will be Wolfpack football to begin this third quarter. And I think if you're the Wolfpack, you have to feel pretty good about where you stand right now. Only trailing by 7. Teams have come into Waranenko and very easily found themselves out of the game by this point at the start of the third quarter. Not this Wolfpack team. They're in this championship game for a reason. You can make the case that they are the hottest team in the league. Here's a look at that touchdown grab. So nice, we'll show it twice. Edison throws it up into the corner. Tight window, huge hit from behind, sending Newsome head first, torso first into the end boards. He holds on. That was a critical play that got Mississippi on the board for the first time and really began to shift the momentum shortly after they had the pick 6.
Yeah, and the momentum definitely shook, and we heard a pin drop in this building for a second, Joe. After that pick 6 happened, Bearcats got the stop with a 2-point conversion to stay up by a point at that point in the game. They're now up 7 here before we start this second half, and you get the sense that if you're the Wolfpack here, Joe, you need to come out on top to start this second half. If they can start this second half with a touchdown drive, that will probably start to, if you're a Bearcats fan, it might start to silence this crowd once again. The Bearcats are trying to feed off of that energy of this home crowd, but a touchdown to start the second half could certainly silence them.
You're absolutely right, Nick, and I think first points in this third quarter are going to be huge. If Jersey goes up 2 scores, that is a really steep hill for the Wolfpack to climb. However, if Mississippi scores first, they very easily could take the lead on a 2-point conversion. They have not looked to kick yet tonight. I doubt we'll look at them kicking at any point moving forward in this game. And if you're Jersey, Their extra points, just 1 for 3. That's something to keep in mind as well. If this game comes down to 1 point, the extra point, absolutely not a certainty. Of course, Mississippi won't be converting on any extra points. They'll have to go for 2. As for Jersey, if they elect to kick, that's been a 1-3 proposition right now. Not a sure thing whatsoever, but it does appear the two teams are lining up for the second half kickoff. There is no official countdown to the start of the third quarter up on the scoreboard, but we appear to be moments away as the Bearcats are lined up around the tee just outside of the frame on the right side of your screen. Once again, it will be the Wolfpack receiving the second half kickoff, and we wait, as right now the two teams are gathered in position, but not much else happening. I'm not sure why we haven't started the third quarter yet, but the coaches are headed for the sidelines, getting into position behind the offensive and defensive backfields, and I think we're close, Nick. I promise, we're close. I thought we were close when we came back from break. That's why we came back.
I thought so too.
Admittedly. Once again, the Wolfpack will have 4 players up front, lined up within about 10 yards of the tee. And we saw earlier, Nick, that short kick directly off of one of the Wolfpack up men. That was Dontrell Boyd. That kick almost bounced off of him and back to the Bearcats. Very easily that can happen if you're not ready.
So we'll see if the Bearcats try to start the second half by doing the same thing, Joe.
The ball's on the tee. And I promise you we're as close as we have been to kickoff in this third quarter.
How much more promising can you do? Here we go.
The whistle sounds. And we are set to get underway here in the third quarter of this 2025 AAL2 championship. Once again, it's a short kick. It takes a wicked hop all the way into the back.
Bouncing.
Retreating Gardner. He has it. He spins, and he is brought down.
Well, not an easy one to feel right there, Joe. You mentioned it took a couple wicked bounces. By the time he fielded it, the Bearcats were already pretty much down the field, and they made a big hit on him to start the second half.
He tried to spin away, and the kick coverage team for Jersey having none of it. You know Coach K likes that. If the return man's able to spin away, the guilty party will hear and feel the wrath of Coach K.
We spoke to Coach K earlier today in our pregame. Not usually hearing him from our pregame. Oh, my goodness. How about that throw from the ref? I don't know if you caught that off the tail end.
Well,
Cannon. Sign him up.
We had a referee in the Elite Football Alliance during our inaugural season here on PDF, and we called him Gunslinging Gregory Harris because we didn't know if it was actually him, but we named the referee that because he had quite the arm and could throw from midfield easily to the sideline if they needed a new football. Wolfpack drive begins with a pass. That is complete out across the 10-yard line, and brought down at the 13 was Dontrell Boyd.
Looks like he's just at that first down marker, maybe a yard shy. He's 2nd and 1.
9-yard gain on the first play of the drive. Good start to the possession for Mississippi, getting out from up against their own end zone. And we've seen that many times tonight. Offense is forced to start deep in their own territory.
And remember, another key factor in this one, Joe, the Bearcats' goal line stand is also a difference right now in this game.
And we've seen that more than once in this postseason as Edison looks left. He completes that way. Kelly, with momentum up the far sideline, is brought down at the 20-yard line, maybe a yard short of that. That will be enough for a Wolfpack first down.
Well, it's all about getting momentum, as you mentioned, Joe, in this second half, to start the second half. Good first down, just 2 plays into the drive. But for the Wolfpack, as we know, we talked about this Bearcats defense backed up into their own territory. Can the Wolfpack maybe draw up a play to get a long touchdown to get them to within 1?
I said it a few minutes ago for those who are just joining us here in this third quarter. First score of this half is going to be huge. Regardless of what team it is, it becomes even bigger for the Wolfpack if they find the end zone and then convert for 2. They have not yet led in this game. Edison looking to throw again. Pump fakes, throws downfield, incomplete.
And they almost had the big play right there.
Boyd had a step, but that play broke down.
Keep in mind, Joe, they're also doing this without Newsom. He is not out there right now to start the second half.
That loss, obviously a big one for the visiting team in this game. And Newsom went down late in that first half on what was nearly a Bearcats interception. He disrupted the INT and forced the incomplete pass. However, he went down and did not get up shortly after. He was down for quite a bit. Has not returned to the game. It will be 2nd down and 10. Once again, a man in motion. Edison looking to throw. Sidearm delivery complete. And a huge hit to close out that play. Tariq Pusey. That wakes up this crowd. The Bearcats faithful loving it. And the official telling the bench to calm down a bit.
I don't know how you can tell them to calm down after that type of a hit.
Well, that was a brutal hit. And it looks like the receiver remains down on the field.
Yeah.
Once again, that area near the boards, a blind spot for us. I believe that's D. Garner, and that would be a second wideout that has gone down for Mississippi in this game.
Yeah, look at the replay and shield your eyes if you don't like that one. My goodness.
Now, what contacted first, the shoulder or the helmet?
I think the helmet.
That makes all the difference. Run it back one more time, Tyler. They did not throw a flag on the play. Keep that in mind. I think he did lead with the shoulder. The only question would be whether or not that's a defenseless receiver. And it appears the injury is a leg injury, and right now, Garner can put no weight on that leg. All of a sudden, the Wolfpack are having to dig deeper and deeper into their depth chart. The receiver is on the field now. Quay Powell, Shantez Smith, and Dontrell Boyd. So that trio is the set of targets for Joshua Edison. He will look to throw once again, fakes the swing pass, goes downfield into double coverage, incomplete.
Trying to get himself back into positioning for that ball. Had to go around a defender and got caught up. No flag on the play. It's now 3rd down.
Powell gets a look. Powell gets a look deep down the field immediately following the injury. And you said it, Nick, that will bring up 4th down.
And I mentioned earlier on, they're trying to go for that big play down the field. Had another chance right there, but 2 defenders in that vicinity just couldn't get that pass completed. And a crucial 4th down now coming up here for Mississippi.
This is going to be a massive play in this game. This crowd beginning to make some noise. High snap! It's over Edison's head. He has it. He throws incomplete. Will they allow that pass? There was no receiver in the area, and I don't believe the ball reached the line of scrimmage. We'll get a second look.
Yeah, I don't see how there was an eligible receiver on that play. It might have been an offensive lineman that was there, the only player there, and it was.
Well, if Bailey is not eligible, that is intentional grounding.
I haven't seen a flag thrown, and they're going to keep the ball where it is, Joe, so it is an incomplete pass. No flag on the field.
Well, in that case, Bailey had to be eligible. And if he was, that is the right call. Here's one more look at it. Ball hardly reached him, too.
Yeah. It's a big break right there for Mississippi, because that could have been inside the goal line near for Jersey to start this drive.
And we're having some technical issues right now. So, Nick, why don't you walk our audience through this? I'm going to step over and try and correct whatever's going on with our video.
All right, Rodriguez will take this next snap. Rodriguez looking, he's in trouble. Trying to run around, he throws it down the field. And dangerous pass, could have been almost intercepted. And it's incomplete for our 1st down.
All right, hopefully that corrects our problem. It appears we've lost our camera. So we're going to have to throw up the white screen here and try and get our camera back. Our graphic package as well is frozen. Yeah, we're having some problems here. So, Ty, let me in there. Nick, continue to bring our audience through with audio. And I will try and sort this out. Oh, looks like we're back, Nick.
Second down, 10 now here for the Bearcats. Rodriguez in the shotgun. Here goes his receivers in motion. Looks quickly towards the left, but it's incomplete. Just like that, quickly now third down.
All right, so we need to figure out what the source of that error was. It appears we are good now, but if we don't diagnose the reason, it could happen again. So I'm going to look into that. Could be that we are out of memory here. We did clear the hard drive before the game. But Nick, I'll let you take over from here. I don't want to bore our audience with technical jargon. Hopefully everything's back up and running. I'll be with you again shortly.
All right, third down and 10 now for the Bearcats after that last incompletion. The intended receiver was Manny Stewart. And now for Mississippi, after they turned it over on downs, they're 2 stops away for forcing it on the Bearcats as well. Receivers go in motion on 3rd and 10. Quick throw, completed down that right sideline. It will be well short of the first down marker. Todd Simmons Jr. made the catch. Just barely getting that pass off Rodriguez. It looks like they got half of the yardage there on that play on 3rd down. They are still halfway to go to get the first. And if you're Mississippi, this is the spot where you can't afford to get that heavy count on you.
All right, I think we're good, Nick.
Okay.
I have never seen that error before.
Hopefully we never see it again.
Fortunately, not at a bigger time.
Now 4th and 5, though.
This is a big play, no doubt. 4th and 5. 2 receivers in motion for Jersey. They fake the handoff. Rodriguez flushed out right, has running room, takes off. Up the sideline he goes, out of bounds, inside the 10.
But Joe,
holding.
It's a holding call.
Yep, it's coming back. Flag on the play. That is a backbreaker for Jersey as they were closing in on a goal-to-go opportunity leading by 7. Instead, it is going to be a 4th and 15.
Crucial penalty right there for this Bearcats offense. And now we'll see if they can find a receiver down the field to get that first down marker, maybe even more. Got to open the playbook up on this one.
Remember earlier in the game I said Coach Roque probably has one play in his back pocket that he's looking to dial up in a big spot. This is that spot.
Yep.
If he has a go-to play that he's been saving, now is the time. Now is the time. 4th and 15. Jersey leading by 7, just over 5 minutes to play in the 3rd quarter. Pre-snap motion. They throw that way, complete. Bouncing off the tackle was the receiver Stewart, but he does not have enough, and there is another injured member of the Wolfpack here. It has been a rough night for Mississippi in terms of injuries. And it looks like another lower body injury.
Yeah.
This time, it's Joseph Weatherby. He had the pick 6.
Would be a crucial loss if he were to come out of this game. Already losing Newsome on the offensive side of the ball. And now losing one of your players that, of course, had that big pick 6 earlier.
There's never a good time for an injury. There are times in a game for an injury that are worse than others. And it just seems like right now, injuries are striking the key players for this Wolfpack team. If they were to drive here and take the lead, how impressive would that be? Down some key pieces that have not only been important to this team this season, but have been important to them here tonight.
Yeah, and I will say for Weatherby, though, Joe, he did get up. We'll see if he is okay. He's on the sideline right now in where his team is right now.
And we will have our 3rd quarter timeout here, Nick. So while we have a break in the action and we have some champions running on the field, plenty of them out there tonight. We just don't know on which side those champions rest. However, we do have some contestants participating on field during our latest timeout challenge, and champions deserve championship rings. Zolnir Championship rings are the official ring provider of the Jersey Bearcats and the AAL2. See the incredible selection and touch of class at Zolnir. Visit them at zcchampionchiprings.com and see their competitive pricing, exceptional customer service, and as always, quotes are free. Zolnir Championship Rings. Give Director of Sales Joseph Khalil a call at 1-800-303-8548. Zolnir is the official ring provider of the Jersey Bearcats and the AAL2. And
we got a handicap match going on here.
I don't know if the winners of our tug of war contest will get rings from Zolnir. It looks like, in large part, a battle of the sexes here. And look at this, Nick.
Oh, my goodness.
It's a win for the women and children. What was that, 7-on-3?
I think so, yeah.
That is a big, big ask for those three young men on the right side there. But a win is a win. Score one for the women and children.
What do we say over at the baseball field for our baseball tournament? It's for the kids. It's for the kids.
What we do covering Little League Baseball and 10U softball, it is for the kids. And we have plenty more to come on PDF throughout the next several days over at Great Kills Little League. We have more coming in the Maple League as well. A huge matchup coming up this weekend. And Nick, I head to Great Kills to cover the skills competition with you tomorrow morning, 10U softball East Regional skills competition. However, I return back home in the afternoon to cover the Maple League. We have a big game coming up tomorrow, the Butchers and the Crocodiles.
And not too far along the road, we have the EFA coming back soon.
They are actually scheduled for a game in a couple of days. I don't know if we're calling that one. In fact, I think that game was scheduled for tomorrow. But they changed the venue, and I don't think we can make it. I think we had to pass on that one because of the venue change. But we're looking at August 2nd for the tentative start of the Elite Football Alliance on PDF. Wolfpack football. They trail by 7. It's a first down handoff, and a nice gain here out to the 25, and brought down there was LaMarcus Sanders, his first carry of the night, and that goes for a gain of 5.
Trying to shake off after that getting hit right there after that 5-yard pickup. And we talked about it, Joe. We saw an injury with one of the receivers. We saw as well with Newsom going down. You're going to have to try to open up the playbook now and try to incorporate some of these new offensive players.
Second and 5. Four minutes to go, third quarter. Ball at the Jersey 24-yard line. Edison sends Boyd in motion, hands off. And no running room this time. 4 Bearcats on top of Sanders.
No, he got back up and got at least a loss of 1 in the play.
He got back up and did not gain any yards. The Bearcats were all there. Great effort, but a loss of 1 on the play. 3rd and 6 coming up. Undoubtedly 4-down territory for Mississippi.
Again, how did he stay up? Not sure how he had the balance to stay on his feet. And yes, it was a loss of the play, but at least he got a couple extra yards to make the loss of that play not as bad.
And for those who haven't seen much of this Wolfpack team this year, you have to be impressed. They've overcome a lot tonight, still very much in this game. Edison looking downfield, complete. Boyd holds on after the big hit from behind. First down, Mississippi.
And Joe, we talked about not having 21 on our roster. He was wide open too. I think if Edison looked towards his left, he might have had a potential touchdown play, but he does get the first down regardless on this one. You see on your left-hand screen, wide open was 21.
There was an opening and the safety was lurking, but that would have been a one-on-one open field tackle the Bearcats needed to make, and those are no sure thing.
Yeah.
Either way, they pick up the first down. That's the important piece of the equation. They keep the drive going with 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. Mississippi still trailing by 7. A touchdown and 2-point conversion could give them their first lead of the game. And Nick, the Bearcats will lean on their defense in the red zone once again. Boyd takes the handoff, looks to take it inside left tackle, but he is thrown backwards at the 20-yard line.
You see it, Joe. They really cannot run the football as effectively as they had hoped for. They had him set up on the outside, they then handed it off towards the inside, and that Bearcats defense just swallowed it up. Nowhere to go. Loss on the play of about 1 or 2 yards.
Second down coming up, about 11 or 12 to go for a first. Mississippi could pick up a first down at the Jersey 6-yard line, maybe the 7. We approach 2 minutes to go here in the third. We have seen plenty of lengthy drives in this game, Nick. Edison looking downfield. It's tipped, incomplete. Third down coming up.
And well, now it's a tough decision you have here for Mississippi. It's going to be 3rd and about 11 on the play. You have a little bit of a ways to go to get that first down. That was a great play on the defensive line to swat that ball down with that receiver coming across for potential reception. Big play upcoming here now for both sides.
We know it's 4-down territory, so you have 2 plays to get this. Don't need it all in one shot. But if you're Mississippi, this is a really big down here. You need to pick up some of this and make it a bit easier on 4th. Perhaps you get it all in this play. Edison looking to throw. Gets rid of it down the field. I think they had it. Is it secured? And I think they gave the completion, Nick. Once again, that is caught in our blind spot. But this crowd goes quiet. It will be 1st and goal from the 1. Boyd says to keep feeding him.
And you'll see it right there. Another great catch, but even better throw, Joe, by Edison. Had stayed in the pocket, pump faked it for a second, found his receiver down that sideline. It's now 1st and goal.
And perhaps they don't get enough credit, but this Mississippi offensive line has neutralized this Bearcats pass rush. And down around the goal line, the Bearcats defensive front wins this battle on 1st and goal.
Trying to go to Sanders on that run.
Sanders short. And Nick, we've spoken about it time and time again. This Bearcats defense on the goal line has been impenetrable. This play takes us to the end of the 3rd quarter, though I believe we had a timeout called by the Wolfpack.
They called the timeout before the quarter ended.
With 7.2 on the clock, Mississippi takes timeout. Nick, we've said it time and time again about this Jersey defense on the goal line. It's been impossible to get through them and into the end zone. In a championship game, leading by 7, there's no bigger goal line stand than this one if they could pull it off.
Well, I think for Mississippi, I'm expecting them maybe to go back to LaMarcus Kelly in this spot. It has been tough to run the ball up the middle against this Bearcats defense. Maybe, if anything, you try to fake it with Kelly on this play and try to roll out if you're the quarterback, Edison, and maybe find some open room. So we'll see what they draw up, but you can see it, Joe. It looks like they're going with a heavy personnel to try and get this tying score potentially.
We expect this to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. The Bearcats' lead is 7. Mississippi has driven this ball all the way down to the 1. Edison under center, takes the handoff. They're trying to push him in, and I don't think they got it.
I don't think he did. He did not.
3rd and goal as the 3rd quarter comes to a close. Edison lost his helmet, and Nick, the Bearcats defensive front comes up huge yet again. When we begin the 4th, it will be a 3rd and goal for the Wolfpack.
Joe, we have Cam on the field.
All right, let's get Cam Williams wired back in. He is down on field level. Cam, take it away.
What's up, guys? 19-12 here, heading into the 4th quarter. It's been an absolute nail-biter. And we got another guy down for the Wolfpack. The Wolfpack have had about 5 guys down now, and the guy is wrecked. A lot of injuries for the Wolfpack, but they're still persevering through it. They're trying to work through it. They're on about the 1-yard line here on the 3rd down as they start the 4th quarter in a minute here. But guys, the Bearcats got to figure out a way to score here. We got to figure out a way how to drive down the field and hold down the Wolfpack's offense. Joe, back to you guys.
All right, thank you, Cam. Doing a great job for us here down on field level, reporting from the sidelines all night. And he will be down on field level with the winners of this one post-game. The Bearcats hoping to take a step toward making themselves the winners with a goal line stand. And Nick, if they could pull it off yet again, it would be simply remarkable.
Yeah, you have 2 more chances here if you are Mississippi. It's still 3rd and short on the goal line. So we saw what they just did before. They tried to go with the tush push. It did not work. Do they go back to the inside and maybe on a fullback dive maybe or something like that to try to get these points?
It's a really, really tough bind that the Wolfpack find themselves in. They've had injuries all over the place on both sides of the ball. We've seen more than once in this game already Jamal Bailey, the big offensive lineman, go down. And I said it before, Nick, as they got set to begin goal to go. This offensive line in the passing game has blocked really well tonight. They've given these quarterbacks time. And to lose anyone in that unit really hurts you, especially as you're looking to come through with a big run to power it into the end zone.
He was the one that lost his helmet, I believe, at the end of that play to end the 3rd quarter as well.
He was one of 2 players to lose his helmet.
Yeah, and you see he's making his way towards the left sideline bench, so we'll see if he does stay in this game.
Huge moment coming up here. And they gave Bailey time to recompose himself.
Yeah, he's coming out, Joe.
And Nick, I think if I'm the Wolfpack, you snap it to the quarterback directly, jump over. It's risky. Maybe you snap it directly to the back, have him jump over. But I'm plunging straight. I'm trying to jump over. I'm not trying to go through that Bearcats defensive line. Go over.
And you're going to see in a second as we're going to have another performance from the Lady Bearcats in just a moment. But it's tough to decide what they're going to do because you've already seen them try to go under with the tush push. It didn't work. If you go over the pile, yes, you have a chance, but you also risk the possibility of the Bearcats trying to punch the ball out and a fumble happening on the play. There's pros and cons to it. I think you have to give it to me. I'm going to bring the name up again. I think LaMarcus Kelly has to be the guy they go to on this play with the football. Now, is it a play where you give it directly towards him and he just tries to run it in? Maybe. Or is it a play where you try to trust your guys up the middle? Maybe he gets in and tries to push the pile. It's a tough call.
You're inside the 1, Nick. They're as close as you can be without being in. They didn't get in on the tush push. I think they're setting up to come out in a strong formation here. It looks like both Sanders and Kelly are in the game. So I'd look for a strong set out of the eye. I'm still going over. I'm not trying to go through this defense. Set up a lead block with your fullback, send the halfback over the pile.
Yeah, it's tough because
it's now or never
right.
for Mississippi. You have to score
exactly.
here.
They've already been stood up once on the goal line here tonight. They cannot afford it to happen a second time.
Looks like they're going to line up Sanders in the slot. Maybe they motion him, but they're lined up in a very similar look to that second down play, Nick.
Do you think they go back to the tush push here on 3rd down?
They might. They might. And they go up the middle. Pile moving, but not enough. They did not get it, Nick.
They did not.
4th and goal coming up. You got to go over there, Nick. Got to jump. Go over the pile.
I mentioned it. I thought they were going to go back to Kelly. They did indeed go back to him, but he just could not get in. He's about a couple of inches shy of that touchdown marker. And now the biggest play of this game so far, 4th and goal at about the half-inch mark.
I think you line him up a bit deeper and let him jump over, Nick. But now on 4th down, it's a much higher risk play. I think they even lost a bit on that last snap.
They have Sanders in the backfield.
4th and goal, inches from the goal line. Sanders and Kelly in the backfield. They toss it, and Sanders takes it in for the touchdown.
And that was the right play, Joe. They had both Kelly and Sanders back there, thinking maybe there could have been another fullback dive. They tossed it to the outside and fooled everyone. It is now a 1-point game and a monster 2-point conversion attempt coming up.
That is a gutsy play call by Mississippi, and it worked to perfection. You said it, Nick. It was the right call at the right time. They try and stretch that defense a bit horizontally with the toss. The Bearcats couldn't get there. They run it again, and they've got the conversion. They have the lead. Mississippi goes in front on the 2-point conversion. It is now 20-19 Mississippi.
You can hear a pin drop once again in Waranenko. is the Wolfpack fans celebrating right now. Big touchdown, big two-point conversion, and Joe, back-to-back toss plays, and they got the job done. Now this Bearcats defense, for the first time this postseason, now are trailing in this game.
Well, Wolfpack is howling, Nick. You can hear them to our left behind the Mississippi bench.
I almost made a wrestling reference for a second. I'm going to hold my breath there.
You really want me to say it? You have to do it now.
Well, all I'm going to say is, and Wolfpack is back in the cause of mass destruction right now on over in those trenches with that touchdown. Questions, do you know what reference that was towards?
I do not.
NWO theme song.
Ah, okay.
I'm sure they play the Wolfpack theme song at some points. If not, missed opportunity.
Fourth quarter, 13:29 to go. That ball is being sent into the bench and did not make it there. They have to get that one off the field. What a game this has been. The Wolfpack trailed 13-0. They immediately answered with a touchdown, followed by a pick six, 13-12. The Bearcats scored the final points of the first half to go in front, 19-12, and now a touchdown and two-point conversion have put Mississippi in front for the first time. Jersey will take over at their own 20 as that kick winds up in the Wolfpack bench.
Yeah, they didn't want to kick it once again. So we'll see now what happens, Joe. Rodriguez will come back out. His team now is down by a point, but what a long drive we had in this start of the second half.
It has been a very impressive showing for the Wolfpack here tonight. And anyone who thought Jersey would come out and repeat what they did in the earlier rounds of the postseason, they were mistaken.
Certainly indeed. We were in for a great finish for what has been a great season here in the AAL2 2025.
An exciting season with 12 and a half exhilarating minutes to go as the clock is stopped here.
Immediate timeout by Mississippi.
That is their second charge timeout, so keep that in mind.
I don't think they had enough players on the field, Joe. They didn't.
Well, then you have to take it. And we'll see if they...
We saw a late player enter the field. That's why they called the timeout.
We'll see if we go to an extended break here. Anthony, our great public address announcer, trying to fire up the Bearcats fans. But, Nick, I think they're a bit shocked right now.
Yeah, I mean, we mentioned it. They have not seen a spot like this since April, where they lost their game to Maryland. It has been a while since that has happened in that spot, as we're getting ready to resume play here.
And that game was on the road. This home crowd has not seen the Bearcats lose a game.
And an immediate false start. Things are unraveling right now for this Bearcats offense as well. Oh, it was encroachment. So, excuse me, Joe. That's what I get for assuming what happened.
The Wolfpack bench can't believe it. But they'll move Jersey up 5 yards, first at 5.
Yeah, I thought immediately as the ball was snapped, that was going to be on Jersey. But, yeah, it goes against the Wolfpack defense. It's tough to tell on that replay if that was the right call.
Regardless, it is a first and 5. Under 12 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. Jersey trailing for the first time at home this season that I can recall in a game I've covered. They did trail in a game that I missed. That was against the Roughnecks. They'll hand off up the middle to Naz Adams, who runs over the defender, and he fumbled. Recovered by the Wolfpack. It is Sanders who comes up with it.
And how about the hit that made the fumble come out, Joe? What a great defensive play. And now the Wolfpack can make this interesting with a touchdown and potential two-point conversion. They could go up 2 possessions.
A critical turnover for Jersey. And I think for Adams, that is his second fumble of the playoffs. And just like that, the Jersey drive comes to an abrupt end. Mississippi will take over at their own 22-yard line. And Nick, they cannot kick the extra point. If they score and convert for 2, they can make it a 2-score game with likely under 8 or 9 minutes to go.
I believe that was Taylor that forced the ball out on that hit, and as you mentioned, it was recovered.
Huge defensive play by Mississippi. It's a first down run. Sanders jukes inside, nowhere to go. The Bearcats all over him defensively. It will be second down and 10, but a flag is out.
The Bearcats cannot afford this to be on them.
You're right, Nick.
And it's a face mask.
A personal foul against Jersey. And Nick, we talked about it late in the regular season. Penalties really hurt the Bearcats.
I mentioned that earlier.
As the playoffs have gone on, they have cleaned that up. But now a penalty in a critical moment.
A costly face mask penalty. And now the Wolfpack will move the ball up. First down.
The ball across midfield at the Bearcats 23. Edison in trouble. Heaves it. Man open, incomplete. Boyd was wide open, but the Bearcats' pressure got in on Edison and forced the misfire.
Yeah, if not for that happening, Joe, if he was able to set his feet and deliver that one in the pocket, he might have had himself a touchdown easily right there. Big pressure force, and they just missed a potential chance to go up 2 possessions.
The Bearcats in a precarious position right there. Not often you see receivers getting behind this Jersey secondary.
I spoke about it a few minutes ago. Everything's kind of unraveling right now for this Bearcats team. A lot of things are going their wrong way. They need to fix some of these mistakes if they want to come back in this one. Still a lot of time.
Under 10 minutes to go. We just reached the 9:40 mark. 2nd and 5 for the Wolfpack.
And Joe, there was definitely some movement before the pre-snap. I think that might have been on Mississippi.
That's the early indication.
And then moving the back 5 yards on the false start.
That will make 2nd and 5, a 2nd and 10. This place is shaking right now, Nick.
Yes. You cannot hear a pin drop right now. It is electric inside of Waranenko, as it should be for a championship type of game. No place you'd rather be.
Second and 10, Mississippi. Boyd in motion. Edison looking, downfield, throws complete.
Another unbelievable catch.
These receivers for Mississippi have come up huge tonight.
And that might be just enough to get the first down, too.
Making the grab.
Yeah, Joe, I'm trying to see.
I think it was Kelly.
Where they have that marked.
He made that catch in his own bench.
He's about a yard shy of that first down.
It's going to be 3rd down and 2. They moved him back a yard. 3rd and 2. Perhaps a long one, Nick. I think it's a long one. Huge play here.
This ball's going to Sanders, Joe, on 3rd and short.
And it does go to Sanders on the toss. He has the first down, and he has more. Out of bounds at the Bearcats' 10-yard line.
Joe, they cannot stop this toss play that they've gotten to Sanders. That's, again, another toss to the right side. And Sanders, once again, catches the toss, gets great speed, gets the first down. And you spoke about it earlier. You have to commend this Wolfpack offensive line for what they've done in this game, especially here in the second half, as now the Bearcats faithful chance of defense as they try to get a big stop.
Mississippi has not been able to run between the tackles, but when they've looked to toss it and break runs outside of tackle, they have had some success. And the Bearcats will need to adjust defensively to those looks when they come out in that strong toss formation. Once again, Boyd in motion. Edison hands off to Sanders. Sanders stood up and driven back. That's a loss of 3. 2nd and 13 coming up.
Joe, it wasn't a clean handoff on that play to Sanders. He almost lost it for a second, and once he finally got it, he had nowhere to run on that play. Now 2nd and long here.
6:37 to go. And Nick, if you're the Bearcats, you might get the ball back just one more time.
Right.
However, it is 2nd and long. They've backed them up even further. It looks like a 2nd and 14.
Yeah.
This is your opportunity to get off the field defensively if you're the Bearcats. Boyd in motion. Edison looking over the middle, complete. Man open, heading for the end zone.
He might have gotten it, Joe.
We are awaiting a signal, and it is a touchdown. The Wolfpack have extended their lead as Quay Powell, who entered the game late following a series of injuries at the wideout position, makes that grab over the middle and takes it the rest of the way for 6.
There was a late flag thrown as well, Joe. I'm going to assume that is after the touchdown was scored.
I think it was.
And what a throw by Edison again, Joe. He was under duress on his back foot, and he made a perfect throw on that slant route. You'll see it right here. Huge touchdown.
I say it all the time, Nick. What a quarterback is able to do under pressure tells you what kind of quarterback you have. Edison came in. They moved the game's starting quarterback,
and
Newsome,
Joe,
to wideout.
They're going to bring out their kicker for the PAT for the first time tonight.
Wow, they're going to try and go ahead by 8.
I believe so.
Let's make sure here. It looks like it, Nick. I think you're right.
Yeah, they're bringing him out.
Michael Robbins will try for the extra point.
His first kick of the night. It's a big one.
He'll look to make it an 8-point lead. And it's off the center. The Bearcats looking to scoop it up. They do, and they're headed the other way. And the Bearcats will run it back for 2.
Oh my goodness, Joe. What
Pandemonium in Waranenko.
I can't hear what you're saying anymore. My goodness, what is going on here in Waranenko? 5-point game as the Bearcats will get the football back. They kick it for the first time tonight.
Barry Turner on the scoop and score. It is a 2-point return. They have put 6 on the scoreboard. That is not correct.
I'm not sure why they put that many points.
They're trying to correct it now. 4:38 to go as the Bearcats block the extra point. That being said, Nick, I don't think they blocked it as much as the center got pushed back into the ball.
I think they kicked it right off of the center's back for sure on that play. And the scoop and score goes, and my goodness. 5-point game, 4:38 left. They've opened the door, Joe. They have opened the door now for the Bearcats in this spot. It's been all Wolfpack here in the second half, but now the Bearcats only need a touchdown, and they have a chance, Joe. That could have been the last time the Wolfpack got the ball.
4:38 to go. I think they'll get one more crack at it, Nick.
It'll be close.
I think they'll get one more crack at it. But for Jersey,
they were going to have a fourth quarter timeout as well, Joe.
For Jersey, those points are their first of the half. That is unbelievable. This Bearcats team kept off of the scoreboard for the first 25 minutes of half number 2. We're going to have our fourth quarter timeout here. Everyone gets a chance to catch their breath. Hopefully my voice comes back. It's been a long week of...
How will we still have voices after this week?
Mine went during that return, Nick, but before we mention our fourth quarter sponsor, let's throw it down to Cam Williams.
Yeah, guys, as we get down here to the last under 5 minutes here, guys, huge return on the block field goal, extra point there from Barry Turner, 2-yard away for 2 points. That's a huge 2 points for the Bearcats here. If they're able to run a touchdown here in the last 4.5 minutes, they will go up by a significant amount and possibly go up by 3 points on a 2-point conversion. Guys, that is a huge score by Barry Turner there on the special team. It's going to be up to the offense now, and Mateo Rodriguez to convert points on the offensive side. Back to you guys.
That is Cam Williams from down on field level, giving us all of the insight from the sidelines here at the Waranenko Sports Arena during tonight's championship. But we have reached our fourth quarter timeout, and it's just about time to think about where we are going to eat after the game. And we know where the lucky winners of this game are going, and it's Applebee's of Linden. They are sponsoring a free dinner for two for every Jersey Bearcats home game. Nick and Tyler hoping that dinner for two belongs to them. Thanks a lot, guys, but okay, while I've been left out of the free dinner for two, Nick and Tyler will enjoy amazing drink specials and delicious food. It's where all of us should be headed after the game. Make sure to visit our friends as Nick and Tyler exchange a fist bump. You can meet them at Applebee's of Linden, located at 671 West Edgar Road in Linden. With eat-in, car-side to-go, and delivery options, Applebee's has got the food covered. Visit Applebee's and tell them the Jersey Bearcats sent you.
Well, let's just throw two things out there. First off, you just assumed that you were left out of it. Tyler and I were.
It was a dinner for two, and you and Tyler exchanged a fist bump.
No, we were just saying, we were like this. We were saying yes, and then we shook hands after you said, "Well, the dinner's for us too." So you just forced the situation.
And then you each said my initials not in the company name. So by default, Foreman gets the dinner.
Well,
for those who don't know, the PDF Sports Network named after our three founding members.
Tyler wants a T-shirt, though. No avail.
What are those, the jazz hands?
Yeah.
Tyler showing off his jazz hands, trying to get a T-shirt to no avail. .438 to go as we await this kickoff. That was a good opportunity to recapture my breath, Nick.
Yeah.
What a moment in this game. The Wolfpack will kick off, and immediately that play is blown dead.
I'm shocked they even kicked it off.
I'm with you, Nick. I think I'm kicking it either straight into the roof or straight to the sideline.
Yeah.
And if you recall, a couple of weeks ago during the last round, I said, Dave, why would you kick the ball off to Jersey at this point?
Well, also,
the opening kickoff was returned for a touchdown.
Right. Right on cue it was.
Teams keep tempting fate, and Mel Reed has shown the ability to make them pay.
There it goes.
That hit the roof. Whether or not it was intentional, I'm not sure, but Jersey will get started at their own 20.
Well, here we go, Joe. The biggest drive of the season for this Jersey Bearcats offense. 5-point deficit, 4:20 counting right now left in this game.
Jersey still looking for their first points on offense here in the second half, as the official will stop the clock at 4:06.
Yeah, we saw a couple of seconds take it off after that kick. It started off, I believe, at 4:32, if I'm not mistaken. And the 26 seconds were just taken off.
And not to be lost in all of this, Nick, the Wolfpack burned 2 of their 3 timeouts already. So they will not have those 2 timeouts in critical moments down the stretch. And if it comes down to the Bearcats needing to move forward inside of the 1-minute warning, they might be able to end the game without picking up a first down.
Right.
That would be huge. The Bearcats have been moved up to the Mississippi 20. I'm not quite sure why. We've seen this from time to time when the ball has contacted the ceiling immediately.
It was in that spot with the ceiling where it hit it, so maybe that's why they moved it there?
We were told the rule is that the ball is spotted on the 20 if the ball makes contact out of the field of play. But Jersey takes over in plus territory, and Rodriguez keeps it up the sideline. He is forced into the boards, and good deception on that option as Rodriguez had me fooled for a moment.
The Wolfpack, though, Joe, they were looking for a holding call on that outside, and we saw what happened on that last drive for Jersey. They went to Adams. He fumbled the ball. They faked it to him this time, and he held on, that being Rodriguez. But they were certainly looking for a penalty, that being the Wolfpack.
3 minutes remaining. 2nd down and 1. The clock winding down toward the 2:50 mark now. Ward in the backfield alongside Mateo Rodriguez. Trips to the left. And this time they will hand off to Ward. His shoulder pad is exposed.
Flag on the field, Joe.
Well, I don't think they can get him for a horse collar there. That's when the flag came out, not where it came out.
Holding on the offense.
A critical hold against the Bearcats, and Nick, that's the second key penalty against Jersey late.
Yeah, and now you have a second and long coming up. After that, you had second and short. You're about to be third and about medium after that loss on the play, but now it's second and long after that holding call. Another big penalty for Jersey late in this game. Under 2 minutes now, Joe.
Second down and about 11. Following the penalty that is complete. Mel Reed to the goal line, touchdown! On second and long, Rodriguez connects with Reed, and with 90 seconds to go, the Bearcats go in front.
And late flag again, Joe. Reed went to the right towards the Wolfpack bench and got called for excessive celebration. Why did he do that? Now it's going to be a long PAT attempt.
That is key, Nick. If a field goal would be a factor, that is a critical penalty.
Nonetheless, great touchdown by Reed on the play. That one, he was right at the 6 when he caught it, made a great juke move on the inside. And we saw him already making one big move earlier today. Another one there. It's now a 2-point Bearcat lead, 1:11 to go. They have to go for two, Joe, keep in mind. They have no choice.
There's one thing you can't do, and it's exactly what the Wolfpack did. You cannot allow the ball to be taken back the other way for points. That's priority number one here, Nick. You can't lose the game on this 2-point try. If you can get over that hurdle, which this Bearcats team, having plenty of experience in these spots, should be able to do, then you're trying to make it a 3-point game. Could you imagine this game coming down to a field goal attempt? I'm not sure I could. I
don't think so.
I don't think it will. 1:11 to go.
Expect an option play here, Joe. They do have the heavy gun, though, in the backfield. And Mississippi just called, someone might have called a timeout.
Chris Roan is lined up in the offensive backfield.
He might be back there just to help push the pile on this 2-point try.
Well, they have Jersey at the 3. Does that mean they chose to enforce the penalty on the kickoff? The ball has to be at the 2 then.
Yeah, I believe they must have. And Mississippi took a timeout.
And that is their last.
Wow.
They put 10 seconds back on the clock as well. 1:21 to go officially.
So Mississippi now out of timeouts, down by 1 at the moment. A huge 2-point conversion try.
This has shaped up to be an all-time classic here on PDF.
It certainly has, Joe.
Here we go. 2-point try coming up. It is a pistol look from the Bearcats. Simmons Jr. in motion. They fake the handoff. Rodriguez keeps, and the conversion is good. What a play call by A.J. Roque and the Bearcats as Jersey goes in front by 3.
Well, Joe, what did you mention earlier on? You have to open up your playbook for certain plays. They go with the fake handoff on the outside. They then go to the bootleg with Rodriguez, and he just gets into the end zone on the left sideline for the 2-point conversion. It's a 3-point Bearcat lead with 1:04 left.
.104 to go. And Nick, We said it. The Wolfpack should get one more chance if Jersey scored. They will get that chance with 1:04 to go and no timeouts.
Right, no timeouts for Mississippi. This is going to be an insane drive, and we saw what they did their last drive, Joe. Great passing from Edison. They were able to get the touchdown pass to go up at that point by 7, and then that block point after ran back for 2. That's a big difference in this game right now.
Keep in mind as well, Nick, the extra points along the way that were no good. That's 2 points that the Bearcats lost. And then electing to kick instead of going for 2, that was potentially a 4-point swing the other way. So if the Wolfpack had gone for 2 and went up by 9, that may have iced the game.
Right.
Instead, the Bearcats blocked it and returned it for 2. So that's 2 points on the plus side for the Bearcats, 2 points potentially for the Wolfpack that came off the board. But if you're Mississippi, all you can ask for is a chance, and you have one. They've put 1:10 on the clock. The score is 29-26. The Bearcats over the Wolfpack in this 2025 AAL2 championship. There is not a foot worth of standing room here at Waranenko.
No one is sitting down either. Everyone standing, waiting to see how this game finishes.
Chance of let's go defense. This crowd coming alive in the closing minutes. And Nick, there have been minutes that have gone by between scores and kickoffs.
Well, these teams realize how much pressure is left, as well as the officials. You don't want to rush into anything just yet, Joe. There is still a lot of time left. Even though there's only 1:10 left, it feels like an eternity.
In the arena game, perhaps it is, Nick. 1:10, plenty of time. However, no timeouts remaining. That kickoff fielded just inside the 25 and brought down was the return man on that play. I think they're going to start in plus territory.
They're going to start at the 24-yard line.
It was Smith on the run back.
If I'm not mistaken, was he the one that also had that recovery at the end of the first half on that short kick? I don't know if he was one of the upmen on that play.
It was Boyd.
It was Boyd, okay.
Boyd. It's great starting field position for the Wolfpack here. First down, Mississippi. Ball at the Jersey 23-yard line.
Yeah, the officials are conversating. Not sure what this is about.
It's because the coach is in the huddle.
Just wanted to make sure there wasn't something we missed late. Joe, look where they're putting the ball. There was. There must have been a late flag we didn't see.
Maybe Tyler has a replay. Do we have one, Tyler? Of the return. Was there a late flag? Tyler's nodding no, and now he's saying no.
The ball is now inside the 15.
Well, Nick, this Jersey defense has come up huge time and time again.
Oh my goodness, yeah. This is the season right here for both of these teams.
The Bearcats do still have 3 timeouts by our count. So if they do allow a score, they should have some time. Edison looks to throw, and the ball came out. Incomplete. Second down coming up.
There was nothing open for him. He went to throw it, got pressure on that one, and he's thankful that that is just an incompletion.
.4 to go. Second and 10.
58.4 remaining.
Boyd the motion man. Edison looking left. Under pressure! And he lost the football! Fumble recovered by the Bearcats!
And the officials are saying incomplete pass. And there's a late flag. They're called roughing the passer. Oh my goodness, Joe. Roughing the passer.
Incredible if that's the call, Nick.
They motioned, that's roughing the passer. That's what they motioned.
I didn't think he got a throw off, Nick. We'll have to run that back. It did look like he was trying to throw it. But did the ball go forward?
Now they're moving the ball back. Did they pick the flag up, I think?
Intentional grounding.
Intentional grounding it was.
Intentional grounding.
I thought initially they called the roughing the passer, grounding on the play.
That's the right call.
Yeah, there's not a receiver there.
There's not a receiver there, but
the question becomes, is it a fumble or not?
Did the defense cause that, and was the pass forward? I think the pass was forward. The question is whether or not the defense caused that ball to go to no one. Early snap caught Edison by surprise. The pass is complete, and still going up the sideline is Quay Powell. Where did they rule him out?
Looks like.
This is it, Nick.
Yeah.
They'll back him up even further. He is short of the Jersey 20-yard line. It is going to be a 4th down.
I think he has to get inside the 5, Joe. Has to get to around the 4.
They need 17.
Yeah.
This is the season.
Championship play right here.
The AAL2 championship on the line.
An immediate flag. Was it a false start? Bearcats timeout.
Timeout, Jersey. Boy.
Catch our breath.
What a game this has been, Nick. An all-time classic here on the PDF Sports Network. 43.7 to go. The Bearcats lead by 3. It is a 4th down and 17 for the Wolfpack. Their season on the line. If Jersey can come through with a stop on 4th down, they win the AAL2 championship.
The Bearcats, Joe, just basically have to play prevent defense as if this was a basic Hail Mary play. They have to get within the 5-yard line to extend the drive and get the first down inside the goal line. This is the season for both of these teams. A championship play upcoming that will decide who wins the AAL2 title here in 2025.
And Nick, keep in mind, this drive began as far up the field as it did because of the personal foul and the touchdown. We forgot about that, so thanks to Ralph for that information in the live chat. We forgot all about it.
About that, that's true.
The personal foul is what gave Mississippi the ball deep in Jersey territory. This drive began at the 15. They now have it at the 21. It is 4th and 17. If Jersey gets a stop, all they have to do is move the ball forward one time to lock up the game. Edison looking over the middle, incomplete. Flag on the play.
Oh no, Joe.
It's the right call, Nick.
Yeah.
It's the right call.
That's something you cannot do in that spot. They were still well short of the first down, even if the catch is made.
All you have to do is make the tackle there. That's the right call, Nick. That's the right call. Another killer penalty against the Bearcats if it goes the way we think. There might be offsetting penalties, Nick.
Yeah, there might be. Was there holding on the offense?
I think there was a penalty on the offense as well.
Let's see. Holding defense. That's it.
No penalty on the offense.
It is a first down, Joe. 37.6 left.
Wow. Another killer penalty for the Bearcats. They almost got away with the personal foul, Nick. They had them in 4th and 17. As you said, that pass, if complete, would have netted them nowhere near what they needed for a first down.
It's still 1st and 10.
It's 1st and 10.
They have to still get a first down. The first down marker is just shy of the end zone.
37.6 to go. If Mississippi scores, Jersey does have 3 timeouts.
They have 2, Joe. Remember, they took one during this drive.
Here we go. Boyd in motion. Fake handoff. Edison for the end zone. Incomplete. Kelly, the intended target, He had one-on-one coverage in the back corner of the end zone as he was matched up against Devontae LeGrand.
I think that pass hit off the boards on that one. It was just a little bit too high on that play. Second down, 33.2 left.
They had a good look at it, Nick. A good look. 2nd and 10. Ball at the Bearcats' 11-yard line. 33.2 on the clock. Boyd the motion man. Flag
False start
on the play.
I believe.
It is. False start. The Wolfpack have done themselves no favors either on this drive, Nick.
They had a breath of new life after getting that holding call on 4th down. But a false start there pushes them back. It's now 2nd and long. Looks like what, Joe? The 2-yard line is the first down marker?
That might be the one.
That might be the one.
I think it's a first down at the 1. 2nd and 15 from the 16-yard line. Edison looking, middle, complete. Boyd out across the 10. No timeouts remaining. That is not a first down. The clock is running. We approach 20 seconds to go. The Wolfpack need to hurry.
And Joe, will they get a flag on the play? I think the Wolfpack, they are. I think they're going to get a flag for trying to fake an injury.
That would be the most outrageous thing I've ever seen.
You could clearly tell he went down immediately.
Everyone could tell, Nick. We will never assume that an injury is not legit.
I know.
But given the circumstances and the way it looked, if there was ever a situation to speculate, now's the time.
And they might be picking up the flag, we'll see.
Ja Valentine rightfully upset. Given how it looked, Tyler, run that back if you can.
Watch when they set up on the offense after the catch is made. You look towards the right tackle.
I mean, Nick, if there was ever a situation where it is fair to speculate, that's it. And this game has come to a stop.
The officials were still discussing it.
And the injured player is Boyd. That's another receiver down for the Wolfpack.
Yeah, maybe he did get hurt and he had to go down like that. It's tough to tell. You really can't figure out if it's again, like you said, you don't want to assume it's him trying to not fake an injury, but he went immediately down as soon as the ball was about to be snapped. That awarded time.
I will say, Nick, in defense of the Wolfpack, and I'm sure many of the Bearcats coaches and spectators here are upset.
And Joe, the clock's running.
And they didn't realize it. Is this the final play? Touchdown!
Oh my goodness!
Does it count? It does! Oh my goodness!
What just happened?
Run it back, Tyler. Did they get the snap off? If this play stands, the Mississippi Wolfpack are the 2025 AAL2 champions.
I cannot believe, what did we just witness?
What just happened? Oh my goodness.
How did they get the snap off in time?
The clock was running. The defense was flat-footed, and the Wolfpack took advantage.
You mentioned about the receivers getting injured late in this game. I believe that was Quay Powell that made the touchdown
grab. It was. What did we just witness, Nick?
And you see it right there.
Incredible.
The Wolfpack celebrating with the trophy. You could basically hear in Waranenko.
A deafening silence here at the Waranenko Sports Arena as the Mississippi Wolfpack have shocked the Bearcats. They win on a touchdown as time expired. They got the snap off with .3 remaining. They barely got the snap off, barely made it to the line of scrimmage, and score to walk off with an incredible 32-29 victory.
I'm speechless right now, Joe. I don't even know if words can even describe what we just witnessed. The clock started immediately after that injured player came off of the field, and somehow, some way, as you mentioned it, Edison got the ball snapped with .3 left, and he delivered a strike to Powell in the middle of the field for the touchdown that wins Mississippi this 2025 AAL2 championship. Unbelievable.
We've been doing this here on PDF now for 3 years. We have never seen a finish quite like that. To recap, the Wolfpack had a fourth down and very long, about 17.
Yes.
They go for it. Pass interference was the call. That nets them a first down. After an injury surrounded by controversy, the Wolfpack snap it with the clock running and .3 to go. The Bearcats caught flat-footed and concede the game-winning touchdown. Incredible.
You don't see it often.
Incredible.
A game, or I should say a championship clinching play on the final play of the game. And just a lot of confusion. I think the Bearcats, as you also mentioned, they were probably confused as well, because as this ball was snapped, the horn sounded. I don't think they realized that the clock started as well. It's just an utter loss of words at what just took place in the last seconds of that game.
And Nick, this is one that is going to be talked about for quite some time. Obviously, the finish surrounded in controversy, but congratulations to the Mississippi Wolfpack.
They earned it.
Regardless of the controversy surrounding this finish,
and
they had nearly their entire receiving core go down with injury in this game. Their starting quarterback went down with injury after he had transitioned to receiver. They had a banged-up offensive line from along the way, and they overcame a 2-score deficit early in this one to walk it off for the win. And they are the 2025 AAL2 champions. Simply incredible.
The second straight game, Joe, they were down 2 possessions, down 2 touchdowns. They came back and win it in the last seconds. And this one is more last second than ever. A walk-off championship touchdown to win this game.
I'm speechless, Nick. There's not much more to be said other than relaying what just happened.
We can't do it any justice of what just happened.
To recap the sequence one final time, the Bearcats, after blocking an extra point attempt, ran it back for 2. They got the touchdown to go up by 3. And then, walking it off, the Wolfpack score after a 4th down pass interference, an apparent injury that stopped the game, and then the clock continued to move. I think Coach K is going to join us, so we will throw it down to Cam Williams for the Coach K post-game wrap-up.
I'm here with Coach K. Coach K, end of the game. You guys ended up losing well over the championship, though, Coach. The last 7 seconds totally came down to a total surprise, Coach. What are your thoughts on the end of that game?
I mean, it's one of those things that if you don't want stuff like that to happen, you got to keep it out of the referee's control. And congratulations to the Wolfpack, man. They came out. They definitely had a good game plan for us. You know, they rocked out. They deserve it. They busted their ass this season. They had a whole bunch of, turmoil and stuff like that, adversity, and they battled through it. So congratulations to them.
100%, Coach. Like you said, you don't want to leave it into the referee's hands, and that's what it came down to tonight. A lot of people, including myself, we saw it go down to 0. But at the end of the day, it's in the referee's eyes. The referee's eyes had the ball coming out before 0, the snap coming off. Coach, great season. You guys made it all the way back to the AAL2 championship. Coach, how do you reflect on the season?
I mean, personally, we had a good season, but you don't win the last game of the season, no one gives a shit what your name is. That's That's the name of this business. Second place is always the first loser, and I hate being the first loser. Great, Coach. Coach, any last words? Hey, Berlin, if you're seeing this, time for bed. See you guys next year. Hey, Coach Kate, back to you guys.
All right, thank you, Cam. Tyler, what I need you to do, go back, run the replay at a quarter speed.
Well, Joe, before we go to that, I talked about it. Coach K pretty much said what I said earlier. The Bearcats have had a great season, but unless you win that final game, it's really not going to matter at the end of the day, unfortunately.
Let's run it back. The live chat says there were 9 on the field. Let's see. Pause it, Tyler.
Pause it right before they're about to snap the ball.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 on the field. They had 9 players.
Wow.
Run it back. You can play it, Tyler. You can play it.
And you'll see even here, this is when they start to realize that the clock is running as well.
A very, very controversial finish.
And you even see the Bearcats, look at them. They didn't realize what the situation with the clock was either. And Edison just delivers the strike to win the championship.
Wow. Well, we're going to let Cam know right now as he's just made his way back up to our commentary booth. Cam, the offense had 9 on the field for the last play. Extra player. So,
for the Wolfpack.
A heartbreaking finish. I thought they just got the snap off. I thought they just got it off, Cam. He got the ice bucket? Wow.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Wow.
That's even
wow.
worse.
So they gave the Gatorade ice bath. Prematurely. Well, Nick, I'm not sure I've ever been a part of a post-game wrap-up quite like this. A finish surrounded in such controversy.
So much controversy towards
First,
the end of that game. And
the injury.
And you hate to end it in controversy, too.
Man. I don't know what else there is to say.
I don't know if there is
I
anything
almost
else.
feel like we should hang around. And once again, congratulations to the Wolfpack. We mentioned all they overcame, but the story coming out of this game is going to be the controversial finish. There's no way around that.
Yeah.
And for all of our audience who tuned in via Boxcast, the Bearcats and all of us here at PDF, thank you for your support. I think everyone got their $5 worth tonight, Nick, and then some.
Yeah, I mean, a great game nonetheless. Again, like I mentioned, you just hate to see the game end in a controversial play like that. And you mentioned that this team had to fight through adversity, that being this Wolfpack team. And the Bearcats, unfortunately, the game came down to that 1 4th down play as well. If the Bearcats avoid giving up the penalty on the hold, they get the stop easily. The runner would not have been nowhere near close to getting the first down. It extended the game, extended the drive, and they took advantage of that being Mississippi, albeit that last play will go down as one as we'll talk about that for a while, as that should have been a penalty before the ball was snapped.
Well, Nick, I think that wraps it up for the AAL2 in 2025 as the Mississippi Wolfpack are your 2025 AAL2 champions. The season ends in controversy and then heartbreak for the Jersey Bearcats as the Wolfpack walk it off with a touchdown in the closing seconds of this championship game. All that preceded it also surrounded with controversy on that final drive. I think the flag was the right call, Nick, on the PI. That afforded the Wolfpack a first down. And what happened on that last play will be talked about for a long time. Tyler, let's run back that touchdown one more time, and that's how we'll sign off. It is the Wolfpack over the Bearcats, 32-29. This has been PDF Sports Network coverage of the 2025 AAL2 Championship, and we will send you off the air with one final look. There were 9 on the field, but the Wolfpack taking full advantage, and with no time on the clock, they connect for the game-winning touchdown. Edison to Powell. Thank you for joining us here on Boxcast tonight. Have a good night, everyone.